Hey VODs viewers. If you're a VODs viewer, comment I'm a VODs viewer and your favorite 3 emojis. That's what you should comment. And your favorite of them. I'm not talking about your most recent. I'm talking about your favorite emojis. Okay, so I have a little bit of stuff to do here before we actually get into the meat and potatoes of this live stream. For the people who clicked on the notification, of which I imagine there are at least 1 or 2 of you. Wow, that is really high latency. First off, yo. First 2 3 chatters. Hey guys. It seems that my chat box is not working on my live stream, so hold on. What if I copy and paste this? You guys have to bear with me here. I'm a cool cook. Okay. That's so fun. You guys have to bear with me here because I have not done a live stream. Oh, that's someone. Yes, I want to remove chat box. Okay, wait. I recognize some of you from the Discord, especially this reload guy I recognize. How's the quality of the stream right now for the early guys? I haven't actually sent out a stream pings. I suspect the notifications will be a big source of viewers, and then the Discord will be a big source of viewers. But first, I gotta put the live stream. It's interesting. Sounds like it's using my right mic. Hold on, let me put the Discord in chat. Invite to server. This is something I haven't done in so long. Join the Discord for events. And then we're going boom. And then we're going to pin that maybe? Pin message? Okay, looks like it works. If it didn't work, you guys would tell me, right? Right? Hello? Oh, I remember why I needed the link. I need to send something in the... Okay, so... Stream pings. Wow, this is a lot of people. I'm alive with the behind the scenes of the Terraria civilization and maybe next event. Ooh. He's saying next event. That must mean that he is surely not edging us with the next event and actually has something to announce today. Right? Okay, are we ready for this ping? It's probably going to bring in at least 10 people. Boom! There it is. There it is, people. Okay, so I'm going to go Streamlabs. I have chat up so I can read chat just here. Friend, stop saying the word slurs in chat, please. You're a fat chud. And then we're going to go 1080p for quality here. No, I just told you to not say slurs in chat. Oh, Blue Turtle, what's up? It's my Wordle guy. I recognize you. I remember you. And then Ismail, I also remember you. Lots of guys, we can't say the word slurs in chat. That's bad. That's bad for a lot of reasons. And I feel like I shouldn't. I feel like, well, okay, guys, stop saying slurs, please. Stop saying the word slurs. It's hard to differentiate between those two things. You, please lock in. I'm fire reacting my own message. Is that cornball? In my Discord server? Okay. Snail juices, I don't like that. I don't think we should not call me that. There's so many ways to say August, and it's August, and that's the way you say August. And there's so many so many good ideas here, and we are choosing the bad ones. That's not much better, friend. You still have a world file for the jungle versus dungeon event. Can you release? I do have that world file. In fact, I have something way cooler, which is the Reese file actually. And I can show you guys that after the stream. Actually, I may not be able to show you guys that because I'm just realizing that is actually like pre-release stuff. I'm not allowed to speak about that. I have some fun projects in the works. Okay, there's lots of, like I said, there's lots of words that are my name that don't include vor. I think I know what that is, but I really don't. I think I don't want to know any more about it. So if you guys would not elaborate there. W-Ogs. Behind the scenes and it's everyone arguing. Okay, so we're going to get into the real behind the scenes right now. Because if I keep looking at chat messages, then I will not be able to actually get into this video, into this YouTube video. Also, hi, I'm back. For those of you 17 viewers, I'm back live streaming. For those of you who didn't know that didn't know me before the Civilization videos, I used to live stream a lot, and I was pretty good at it. I had a consistent schedule and shit when I was doing the keyboard stuff. But I'm washed, as many people say. I'm a little bit washed because I have not streamed in 5 months. Stream like once a year. This is not true. This is not true, and I can prove it. Oh, that's my dog. For those of you who know what a dog is. If you look, there's actually a pretty big stretch in here where I was a consistent live streamer. And then I also did a water dripping on my head live stream. That was interesting. That was an option that I chose to do. This is AI generated. You're AI generated. Okay. Okay, let's actually get into this YouTube video. I feel like I'm clickbaiting people. We've lost 3 viewers while I was talking about my history live streaming. That's not good. You guys, people, Vihan Terraria, what's a dog? I don't know, man. Google's free. Okay, so first of all, for the actual behind-the-scenes content, which I should be talking about, if you look at this shot, it's a little whack, even though it's only on screen for 3 seconds. And that's because it's like 18 shots layered on top of each other, because Terraria can only zoom out so far. If you look, it's also a little bit low quality for what it is, but this is the first shot. And I have more to elaborate on that. In fact, this is a very pieced together shot. You can actually even see, like, right here, there's a little chip on a corner, because that's where one screen ends and another begins. Thank you, Snail Juices, for the €1. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I am just doing a behind-the-scenes stream today, so I appreciate the $1. That's very huge. I will say your name so many times. And I won't spend it all in one place. But I need to talk about these behind the scenes. I need to deliver the content. Okay, so let's actually get into it. Anyway, yeah, so this is the first shot. I show it again actually later, so that's when I'll talk about it at length. But this is my Civilization video. Obviously, the intro, as every comment on the face of this YouTube video has said, is a little bit copied from Ish, but not only do I have a disclaimer in the description where I say verbatim, while most of the okay, in the last video I had a disclaimer that I was heavily inspired from Ish. This video I don't. So actually maybe the comments are warranted. I just realized that. I've been looking at all these comments that are like, "Oh, you copied Ish, you copied Ish." And it's a different video game, first of all. But second of all, I also put a disclaimer. I guess I didn't put a disclaimer in this one. So stop sending me $1. I don't need $1. I don't need $1, Snail Juices. I don't need that to stream right now. Send it back to you. I'll send it back to you later. It's €1. Stop sending me money, you chuds. Anyway, send me money when I'm a legitimate streamer. When I'm generally washed right now. I feel bad for taking the money. Also, the Ish thing is also written in this description. Did I miss it? No, it is. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so I do actually have a disclaimer to deter all of those comments. Sorry for my dog barking. I don't know how loud that is. But it says also, yes, this is heavily inspired by Ish's excellent Rich and Poor 1,000-player Minecraft Civilization YouTube video. So those comments are stupid. And I am mad that I keep getting them, but I don't care. Anyway, he will stop eventually. Yes. Yes, woof woof. Anyway, yes. The subtitles are the same font and do have the same animation as Ish. So yeah, this is the first shot. There's a bunch of people on screen, etc., etc. And then I do like a montage of a bunch of different places. And this map animation was also okay, I'm getting rage baited by my dog right now. Shut up! Okay, that should keep him. Shut up! That should keep him about... I can't believe that worked. Shush! Okay, that worked. Okay. 100. Anyway, this map animation right here is literally just 2 screenshots and then a crop animation. So it looks cool, but it's really not that cool. Also, this world right here is not the Rich and Poor world. This is just a random world that I needed a screenshot for. Yeah, but in the background, obviously, I got a bunch of clicking noises and everything. It like goes to the montage, and then this is the shot that I was talking about, the really cool one, because it's like 8 screenshots layered on top of each other, and then video footage in the middle, and then the background is ultra keyed out because you can see like right here this cloud is cut. That's because that's where the screen ends, and then I ultra key another background in behind it. So this entire thing is just basically green screen because I need the ability to zoom out. Because there's nothing in Terraria that can zoom out this far. This is all fake, that bullshit that I basically like cut together. It's really cool to look at in post, but and I do a lot of this throughout the video. In fact, that's probably my favorite editing tactic, and I hope you guys liked it. Where I just put screens together to make it one big screen, but this is the first instance of that.
All in the center of the world. One side had the dungeon and one side had the jungle.
Generic stuff. I don't know if this is another small thing that only I would notice ever, but this Red Lunatic, there is a mod that does that. You're right. There is a mod that lets you zoom out that far, but it doesn't do the background right and nothing renders in properly. Hey, I'm streaming right now. I'm live streaming right now.
Do you want Chipotle?
Okay, I do want Chipotle, chat. I'm going to make a Chipotle order. I'm getting Chipotle or not. Stupid chud chat. Okay, hi. All of the 21 people who I just made wait so I could order a Chipotle meal. I ordered a Chipotle meal, and it's pretty good. I got their fucking honey chicken or whatever it's called. Why is chat talking about pancake right now? All the Americans getting hungry right now. Meanwhile, my German is, what the fuck is a Chipotle? Yeah, man, it's this cool thing. It's basically like if, imagine like a Mexican. I don't want to call it like they make the burrito in front of you, basically. It's really cool. Except sometimes they don't make it in front of you. Sometimes you order it online. Anyway. I'm not washed, bro. Shut up. I had to order food. I'm hungry. All right. Okay. The thing that I was about to talk about that I did not get to is I'm the only person in the world who would notice this, but the grass here is the Calamity texture pack grass because I forgot to turn off the Calamity texture pack when I was recording for like the jungle. So this is the only shot in the entire video that has a Calamity texture pack on it, but it was my shot and I just forgot.
We're given no help or guidance.
Okay, good.
And just
yeah, you can see like this is everyone leaving. This is one of my favorite shots too, is because it's like right as everyone comes out. You can see there's probably about 100 people on screen right now. Actually, for the event itself, I think we got to 100 because our production was in the server, but I think it's like officially 97. But in all the promotional material, obviously I'm gonna say 100 because like whatever.
And just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead.
Also, Darby doesn't. Obviously, Darby doesn't die here. This is some shit that I edited in. But this shot itself here is one of my favorites too because this is only possible with like 18 different things edited together, and then I edited another like 4 screens on top of the map to make it look like I'm zooming out from the map here. And then I go back into this shot, which is the actual final civilization world. And you can see like right here on this side of the wall is the Solarian Union, and then there's the Fishing Coalition right next to it. Oh, that's, you can't see that.
Do whatever they want.
Okay, here's the Solarian Union. There's the Fishing Coalition next to it. Here's Darby's little base in the sand. Actually, not a lot of stuff went on the right side except for this awesome temple thing, which I'm going to give spoilers for the video right now. So if you want to watch the video, go watch it now. I'm genuinely about to just spoil the fuck out of everything. So this is your last call for spoilers. Anyway, yeah, the temple is basically the only cool build on the right side, unfortunately. And then you can see like here's, you can't see. Hold on, my face cam keeps. Okay, you can't see it because of my face cam, but you can also see Fran's church. Anyway, this is another 2 shots edited together. You can see, and the background is edited on top of it once again. I keep doing this in the early parts because it's really cool to have like the zoomed out effect. You can't really do that in normal Terraria. It makes it feel, in my opinion at least, more like a civilization. But yeah, there was, like Crunchy's saying, you can see in the chat, there was not a lot of builders on the right at all. That being said, Crunchy's Tavern was pretty sick, and I forgot to mention that. So technically there was a build, but it was right at the end. But yeah, here's some more builds. This is the Fishing Coalition. This is a shot edited on top of another shot of, you know, here and here.
Become a dictator.
And then actually, this is kind of a fun fact that once again only I would know, but the reason everyone is kind of pink tinted in this like overlay of people is because it's actually a blood moon, and I just edited the background out of the blood moon and kept in the builds and everything, and then color corrected it so the background would work. This is a blood moon, but and I think this is, yeah. The reason the background in the moon right here is different from the background here is because I did the same thing where I just took a Terraria background recording and then put a ultra keyed version of Terraria on top of it. That's why this harpy phases out of existence right here. And then this is a real shot of Playering's perspective. Like, this is not me recording this in post. This is actually Playering's reaction, and everyone's reaction here is just insane because they literally watched Sylvie die in real time. It was insane. There's a hidden explosive that's painted black like right here just outside. And Eco and Playering had been talking like in this spot for like 30 minutes. So the fact that Sylvie walks by, sets off the explosive, and they live is absolutely ridiculous. But rest in peace, Sylvie. This is the other thing. This is on the right side that you could call a build on the right side, but once again, you know, really nothing happening there. Red Lunatic, look, it's you.
Each other or create factions to fight and die with.
Man, this part, obviously you guys know the temple fight. So freaking cool.
Balls drop in session 2. All I will say is
yeah, more builds here. That's Dizitpic's like solar punk thing, which never really became the main base because Dizitpix died to one of the second Fran bombing, I think. But it looked really cool, and finished it would have looked even cooler, but it was just never used because like there was another base being built on that side.
all I will say is grab a seat and enjoy the video.
Yeah, and then here's Fran with his
is
thing.
The 100-player Terraria civilization.
Oh, and then this is another pretty cool build, which is the beach build on the left side of the world. It actually basically nothing lore relevant happens here, but you know, it looks pretty cool. Oh, and here's another fun little fact. Right in the corner of this shot, this is another thing that only I would notice ever. The interior of this box right here is actually Darby Deep Space, because I didn't have a good shot where like people are walking around inside this house, so I edited Darby Deep Space on top of this base because they both have palm wood walls, and you can barely tell. But Yrmir and Barney and Bupped Uppers and Snore are all started on the right side, and this is taking place on the left side. So you never ever notice, but like if you see this quick sort right here, that all goes off screen to an imaginary chest. And then the final build on the right side that was never completed because Crunchy died is this in the background here, Crunchy's Tavern. But we'll see more of that later. Likewise with this awesome castle. Credit to Personet
don't forget,
and
if
all
you
that.
want to participate in events like these, join my
Discord plug.
and subscribe to my
Discord plug.
channel.
Discord plug. We're at 2,000 members, guys. Isn't that crazy? That's like insane to me.
All right, that's everyone.
Yeah, so yeah, and then the video starts. The video started with 2 NPCs already in the middle. We, for those of you who didn't know, I guess most of the people in the event, or you can just figure it out, but we put all the NPCs in the middle so people wouldn't fight over them. Also, man, you had to be there, but the voice chat was on and you couldn't mute it or yourself. So there were genuinely 100 people screaming in voice chat before the boxes opened. It was genuinely bad. Like someone was spamming the Plants vs Zombies bungee jumping zombie noise. I'm not kidding. It was a ah or whatever. It was so bad. But everyone was saying some shit, bro. It was genuinely loud as fuck. I had a lot of people who almost left because of that.
Either side of the world boasts 50 players. Each massive
But yeah,
50 has
we let them out.
within
So in the last civilization, we assigned like warrior and builder and all this stuff. This time we only assigned one role, and it was leader, just so we could get things going, and we just let them go. Yeah, side 2 VC was horrible. Just to watch this video, good. The storytelling in this video is absolutely insane. Thank you. I appreciate that. Credit to the people who played in the civilization, and then also credit to me because I wrote pieces of story here and there. And I'll talk about that as I'm going through it.
But with 50 people, there wouldn't be enough for everyone. So out of the
Eco and Playering
gates, it was
leading
a
the horde with Red Lunatic.
race for gear.
Sorry, pal.
Playering does not say sorry, pal, by the way. That just is in the voice channel at some point. I don't even know who said that. I just zoomed in on him because it would be really funny to be like, whoa, Playering said sorry, pal. And then,
However,
Eco goes
gear
over
wasn't
him.
The only thing needed to survive. As fast as they could, players banded
Quality of this shot is so bad, but I just needed it. It was like one of the only good like early game shots that I had.
together into teams. Not only to avoid getting attacked,
Why are you here? I'm on your team. I use that once again.
also to stave off hunger. In this world, everyone needs
I feel like I could have been a little bit more clear with this, the like hunger stuff. Here, I'm gonna move my head right here. What I'm talking about oh, that's the entire display capture. That was an accident. What I'm talking about is this debuff right here. But or this buff right now is what it is. But I didn't really tell people to look in this corner, so I'm not sure if they knew what I was talking about. I assume most people figured it out, but you think the hunger is pretty cure, you get a limit before you start taking damage. Yeah, it's good that people figured it out. In the last video, though, I had like this whole achievement thing on screen and explained it, whatever.
to survive. And if you
and then
can't
I
get
used
enough,
the
it's game over.
yeah right here, and then I used the part right where David, Shinderick, and Charizard about to die to the silt block. I thought that was a fun little foreshadowing bit.
But just as long as they could cooperate, everything would be fine.
This is just real footage, straight up. And then I also snuck this in here to make it clear to people like the map wasn't allowed. Even though nothing is really particularly happening in this shot with Ponky. Yeah, the silt block was bad, bro. That was a real thing that happened. Grandpa placed one silt block and it killed 3 people because they were all hungry. Like, that's not edited in at all.
That you wielded massive power in numbers, so the more players you had on your side.
I love these subtle zooms. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's this really subtle zoom that's like coming out of Warby right now.
What? Wheeze? Yeah.
Wheeze mentioned.
Yeah, I am. Oh, no.
And this meant
Also, there's no fall damage, which I did not mention straight up, but it just didn't become like an issue at all. So really, Darby Deep in the intro actually couldn't have died because of that, but that was like a double fake basically. Bucubed is another YouTuber. You'll see him in the 10 YouTubers versus 1 speedrunner thing, and he just wanted to play and then die as fast as he could for like the bit, which turned out really good because it meant I got high quality footage for the first death, which is something I did not get last time. It was like 360p or something where I had to edit it. I had to be like, and some people did not or whatever. If those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. I realized the no fall when I got let out of the minecart super high. Yeah, it was in the rules somewhere. Yeah, most people's recording was in the 1080p because we had the intro. So for the form last time to get into the civilization, instead of just it being like a text form where you type in answers, you had to record yourself. So we basically had a barrier of entry where you were forced to record something on your computer to prove you had like decent recording quality, which meant that instead of getting 30 perspectives, I got like 70 perspectives, and it was super helpful. So I had almost 0 problems with throughout like getting people's perspectives.
equally as dangerous as being powerful.
Okay, I actually just death sentenced myself.
Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I stopped doing the ish subtitles early because last time I had a bunch of issues with the subtitles, as pointed out by my friend Red Lunatic, friend and YouTuber Red Lunatic, and I just decided to like not put in as like the heaving, the like massive effort issues. Yeah, exactly. No, Red, it's actually good. That was super helpful because it meant that I got to edit the video faster and didn't have to worry about it. And I really don't think anybody cared that there were less subtitles.
Wait, I can't see.
But yeah, this is all real audio. VCubed is just getting his shit rocked by a worm.
Please. No.
And it wasn't just the right side.
This is what it looks like when you die. I also kind of soft launched what it looks like when you die by, showing this.
That experience.
Sometimes like 50-50, it would say like you were slain or saving map data or something. It was just an issue with the game itself. We couldn't really fix it. Anyway, also this in the corner and this in the corner here. This is a love potion without the top, a love potion sprite without the top. And then just like a fun little text thing. This is edited in because it's like slightly zoomed at almost all times. But yeah, BCube didn't die right as this clip is happening. I just basically put it in there.
We're supposed to bring the chest back after done looting.
Yeah, this was a fun little thing. Genghis Khan and his like mining crew.
I have like barely any.
Oh my god, I'm cooked, bro.
Yeah, so he actually did get stuck, like a lot of people, just in the blank darkness with nothing to do. And because there's no recalls or map or anything, you can just genuinely get fucking stuck.
Blind.
Yeah, Genghis and Ismail, bro. It was so sad when you guys died because you guys were like one of my favorite duos throughout the entire thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he starts taking damage. I'm genuinely impressed that he lived. He goes back to mining.
Without a world map and recall potions, getting stuck
And then
in
I
dark
cut back to
places
Eco.
was, like BCube said, a death sentence. So as early
Like
as possible,
BCube said, a death sentence.
people began to
Terraria Civ for players versus bring torches in the caves. That's true, but also everyone was trying their best to like get into caves as fast as they could, so they just forgot to bring torches in the caves, and that actually led to what's about to happen, where Eco saves Astral, I think,
droop up.
which is completely legit, by the way. Like, he was the leader. It was pre-decided that he would be the leader, but he just is genuinely a pretty nice person, and he went back to save this guy who was stuck in the dark here, Astral, and then Astral becomes an important story beat. So it kind of worked out perfectly.
Oh, thank you. Hello. Oh, thank you. You're a legend.
Like, this is 100% real. He actually does get saved.
Side realized that they had the ice biome. That being said,
As with a lot,
like any
actually, as with a lot of stuff, I know I keep saying this is 100% real, like it's not, but most of this is legit. I'll point it out if it's not, but it's just it's really cool to see how people move and interact in Terraria Civilization, because it's like by nature different than Minecraft Civilization, so you don't really have the same goals.
but dangerous.
But
risk meant reward, and while those players got richer,
the fishing coalition begins.
That's it. We need bait, guys.
The real reason I used Insish's POV a lot is because he had everyone else unmuted and he was really loud, so it was easy to like get his voice over the game audio that was happening in the background. One of the only real problems I had with all the perspectives is that people's game audios were just on like the entire time. So you know, I would have like the jungle music blasting in the background of an important moment or something. So based Insishus.
Does anyone have anything we can sell? We need one bug net. Just one bug net.
Other
One
players
bug
struggled.
net.
But that being said, some surface players figured out that you didn't need to
Yo,
mine.
I genuinely do I do Tree of Olives dirty because instead of saying Tree of Olives figures out that you can sell the marigold for whatever. Wait, can you guys hear the video?
Silver.
Yeah, you can. Okay. I'm going to turn it up a little bit.
Piece in the
Oh,
bonus,
sick.
20.
So you prefer game music off in POVs then? Yes, definitely I do.
A player named Crunchy and his teammate figured out
Yeah, I say Crunchy and his teammate, and it's Tree of Olives who like figures out that you can sell the yellow marigold for a bug net. Because Crunchy's an important character later in the story, and he's like the leader, so I need to introduce him. But Tree of Olives definitely like was the one who figured it out.
that if you pick up yellow marigolds and sell them, you can get enough to buy a bug net.
Catch that bird! Catch that bird! Catch that bird!
That's food.
This is
That's
fun.
food right
Kleptify spotted. This guy's a total chud.
there.
It's gonna bounce back. It's gonna bounce back.
I have
Yeah.
I have some shit to say about that guy later in the video, man.
Come on, get over here.
Fran, bro, shut up. You've been a main character in both civilizations. You do not get to talk about when I stole credit and gave it to Red Lunatic.
No.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, and then Wheeze dies. Rest in peace, Wheeze. I know you're in chat somewhere.
Yeah, alright. Okay, I'm gonna break all these rocks so you can catch the worms.
But it was a trade-off, because while Crunchy and his teammate had a bug net, most of the right side was over at the corruption, hoping to
This is not true. It was like 10 people.
profit from an
It's generally 10 people in the corruption side.
early boss kill.
Calcified I actually let into the first civilization because the only thing he put on his application was I am the fishmonger. And I was like, that shit's funny. So I let him in. And he made it into the second one. He made a video and everything.
Some peaches and some
Should have stolen more credit from Fran in this civ. Yeah, exactly.
popcorn I could give you instead, boy. Thanks, Webby, for the save.
Warby saves Darby Deep.
Around half of the huge
More character introductions
massive
and
players
stuff.
the right side started with decided to stay in the corruption after they heard that two players named Darby and Warby were going to try to fight the Eater of Worlds as early as possible.
Hello. Oh, Bob Duppers, you're here.
I got a wooden boomerang.
Someone has an iPhone.
Yeah, a lot of returning
out devour.
faces. This is so actually this is so based what's about to happen here. So Buptuppers,
See, Warby
what
knew
he
that-
does is because he can't mine into the Ebonstone and he doesn't have any bombs, this
the
dude
Nightmare pickaxe
actually
was one of the most valuable
fully
things on
hoiks
their
into the
side.
wall,
So they wanted to take it
into the corruption area and then back out to mine the thing. The fucking Shadow Orb.
advantage of it.
Absolutely legendary performance from Buptuppers. I wish he was a little like more story relevant, but this is definitely one of
As
the
soon as they
coolest things
could.
he does. He didn't like not even I know how to do this. That maybe I'm stupid, but it's really impressive that he pulls that off. Absolutely D1 performance. Then he gets the musket. This guy I'm positive is good.
It's coming. Everyone come on. Oh.
But yeah, this is the first fight.
I got shadow scale.
A little bit of mismatched fucking storytelling here, but Crunchy before this gets the Star Fury and then I show it after.
Let's go.
Yeah, and they make very quick work of the Eater Worlds.
I have to evacuate.
That was pretty easy, guys.
It was weird because some people couldn't see all of the Eater Worlds, so I kind of had to edit around people saying like Why can't I see it? Why can't I see it? Which is a lot of what my editing is finding when people aren't complaining and then getting the pieces where they don't complain and showing that instead of the pieces where they do complain. But this one was a lot better than the first Civ, so.
As a result of defeating the Eater of
Yo, genuinely copy and pasted this animation from the start of the video too.
Worlds, one of the first and earliest teams on the right side began to form under Warby and Darby Deep.
We could do this so
Once
many
again,
times.
First and
this isn't even the world map. There's not a corruption here. I'm just fucking saying shit.
earliest teams on the right side began
That being said, this is approximately where they were standing.
to form under Warby
And
Darby
what
Deep.
Warby and Darby Deep were wearing. You can see he has like
Do
a
this
palm
so
one
many
helmet.
times.
Or some kind of helmet, I guess.
Anybody have stuff?
That must be from the Oasis.
I'll build up. I thought there is.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised not hearing anything like, oh, there's lag, enemies are bugging, players are glitching. Yeah, they said that a lot in both civilizations. I just cut it all out. Before I got to Starfield, I say, everyone give me all of your wood, which isn't included in the video. Well, so okay, say my spot, we're 533. Crunchy, I have a bit of a surprise for you, because apparently you didn't catch it. Let me see if I can find it. There's a point where Crunchy starts becoming a little more plot relevant, and I do some like video with you. This is the first time I absolutely caught it. It's 26:30, bro. Are you sure? Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, you do. yeah. Right here in really low opacity, you can see the word thing. Grandpa Mike and Ike says, "Give me all of your wood," and I edited in, he said the thing, which only one person on the planet knows what that's referring to. And I'll tell you guys now, in the first civilization, Crunchy's like one of his first lines, or I think maybe the first line of the video, is him saying, "Everyone, give me all of your wood," and he spams that a lot. But I instead put Grandpa Mike and Ike in there saying it because he says it at a pretty important time. Okay, so where were we? Right about here.
made them more powerful above ground.
Can I have a pickaxe, please?
Yo.
This is my IRL friend.
There's no falling.
I thought it was pretty funny. Hey, Chud.
I'm not a chud. You're a chud.
Somehow he managed to drop his pickaxe. My absolute goat.
But that's
Sammy.
not to say some people didn't try.
And then we're back to Genghis
Such a dead
Khan.
mushroom biome. What the fuck, bro? Nah, what the hell?
You can tell this guy's kind of smiling, like, ah, what the hell? Because the wall is coming into play for actual, like, gameplay. And he's saying, like, oh, it's a dead mushroom biome, but it's dead because there's a giant wall right through it. It's really
Any
funny.
mining
It's
group
one of my favorite
outside
parts.
the ice biome had only golden chest loot to gain.
Dead. I got an extractinator.
Operation Bingo Night would have made the wall bombing look like absolute dog water. Yeah, I believe that, but I'm glad you guys didn't do Operation Bingo Night. There was not a lot of lore going on around it, except for Grandpa just fucking wanted to kill people. I think. I mean, I probably could have written a story around Operation Bingo Night, but I'll explain that later when it's on screen.
It's not that bad.
I mean, Hermes boots is what I want, but prioritize like pickaxes and shit.
Yeah, we need pop.
Oh shit!
Fake Rat King gets absolutely decimated in this pool of water. There's like 4 enemies and a boulder.
Oh my god! Get up!
It's
get
really
up.
bad.
Oh,
There's
shit.
honestly not a lot they could have done, but
Oh,
it makes
oh my
for
God.
a great bit
Oh
because Genghis Khan literally says seconds later, like,
Bro, there was so
what was their name?
many fucking mobs all of a sudden.
That was really funny.
Rest in peace.
Nah, that's cool.
Should we
I'm
make
so
a memorial or something? I feel so bad, bro. It's too soon.
Same.
I'll rest in peace.
Their memorial is a silver
With
chandelier.
what little they had, the people on the left were
Yo. Is this
Oh,
our
EJ
group? Is
EJK.
this our group now?
This is genuinely as like a pretty honest representation of how early it was. This guy genuinely built a functional minecart track as early as like 10 minutes into the civilization.
Yo. Wait.
and a player named EKJ75 even began.
Also, I use his footage a lot because he had such weirdly high like quality. He was using like an ultra wide monitor, so I did a lot of pan shots, especially at the wall. And so it actually made it really perfect for all the train stuff that he did.
a continental railroad.
Yo. Wait.
Oh my god, he's already at it.
That being said, this also set the stage for the eventual bombings.
Whoa, minecart's already?
But you would know that if you've seen the video.
The first group on the left was called the Fishing Coalition, a group of players
Were they called the Fishing Coalition? I'm trying to remember if I made that up or not. Like the Fishing Coalition and Eco's like whole thing were kind of allied, but I don't think they ever officially combined. Yay, Fishing Coalition, yes.
united under Fishing, who knew that it would provide them food and a bargaining chip for the future.
Wait, hold on.
United under
Where did
Fishing,
Astro Cat
who knew
go?
that it would provide them food and
He
a
genuinely
bargaining chip
wait.
for the
I've never
future.
seen that before.
Players united under
Bro, he
Fishing,
genuinely look at this. He genuinely
who knew that
disappears.
it would provide them food and a bargaining chip. for
He's
the
actually
future.
just gone, and then Sylvie turns
Well, it
around.
was
He's like,
incredibly
"What just
tedious to
happened?"
get.
This is pretty rough.
That's funny.
Yet they
The thing about Terraria is that the lag is always client side. So if you're lagging, the server doesn't know you're lagging, so it doesn't look like you're lagging until your computer basically says to the server, "We're lagging," and you teleport, like you rubber band way back to where you were earlier.
They were underpowered, like many players who stayed on the surface.
Do you think we should fish for the underground?
No, we should go for dungeon and Skyrim.
As night fell, being above ground.
Yeah, this was
Find
pretty
something
cool. There
that
was
would
like
make
a
this journey
it was a
worth their
it was genuinely a
time.
pretty big hunting party.
We're rushing the Guardian.
Those are jets.
Yeah, so they find all of this, and then they find a meteorite.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
While they couldn't actually mine it yet, the Fishing Coalition now possessed incredibly valuable information. Without a world map, they had the exclusive access to this meteorite.
So they don't really have exclusive access to this meteorite. I mean, you can just walk to the left. But whatever. I kind of needed it for the story bit that Eco and the Fishing Coalition team up. Like
With
what I'm
hard
about
mode
to say here.
unavailable, this became the second most valuable armor in the game.
Yeah. This is also the soft launch of me saying that that hard mode couldn't happen.
And if they could mine it
This is a
fast
cool little
enough,
edit.
they could become the leading faction on the left side. But
Probably
they
the
needed a
longest
pickaxe, so they
time
would
I
have to run
go
with one of the many other small
without
groups that
having
began to form.
a
And as time went on, more and more of them began to show
real
up.
footage.
I think if the four of us stick together, that's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, and then this is another.
That's a gold squirrel. Holy shit.
How much is that?
This is another little
13
thing that
gold.
happened.
Holy crap, we're loaded.
And loot.
Yeah, this.
All right, so yeah, Eco does a little bit of looting
They
with
were
his
notably
team.
knowing it would be dangerous.
Okay, so
people
I
were
must have mentioned that later. I'll stop skipping through. Yeah, there's nothing happening here. I was just like, oh, look at these two people next to each other. They must be a team.
Centralized.
I just hope people have better mics next time. Yeah, that could be a question I put on the forum for the third civilization, which probably will happen. I don't know if I'll turn into a full video because these are such massive effort, like just insane amounts of effort from me, like genuinely hundreds of hours of editing. But I want to play in a civilization, so at some point I would love to do another one, even if it's just for like just for funsies basically, or like if it turns out really good, then I might turn it into a video. There's a little editing technique. Okay, so I guess we're doing this tangent now. There's a new little editing technique that was shown to me that I can't reveal yet because it's not technically released. If you know what I'm talking about, don't mention it in chat because I've seen at least one or two people who probably do. But there's a new editing technique that would make editing civilizations a lot easier, but I need to test it out for like a proof of concept. So I'm thinking about an eventual third civilization proof of concept type thing, but that's far out, and I'll talk about that more once we get through the video.
On Darby and Warby, who'd gone down to
Darby
the jungle,
and
knowing
Warby.
it would be
Man, they brought a giant team down here and came back with like 2 people.
dangerous. They decided to go anyway because they wanted the loot early on. And while marginally more powerful than the left, it was still unclear whether this was the right
Yeah, Crunchy,
decision.
I use your footage. Is he still in chat? I use your footage a lot because it
or
was
they
just
were too
quality.
underpowered for the task.
Like Warby's was really high res, but it kept stuttering all the time, and Darby's was like HD but not 1080p. Also, I didn't want to just look at calcified screen the entire time, so
Not on their team, they were rightfully paranoid.
So, the thing with these red people on either side, basically what we did for the civilization mod was have everyone on either side basically be like already set to like one team, and the leader of that team is the one that we chose beforehand. And I was just going to introduce them like they had been naturally chosen or at some point, because, you know, it's hard tell people go into a civilization and, you know, choose a leader, et cetera, especially if that leader doesn't have a mic or something. So for production reasons, we did that. But some people didn't end up making it onto the team that their side was supposed to be under, and that made their names red, which appeared to the people on this side like what the people on the other side were. So some people thought that they weren't teaming with them, and there was a bunch of problems, and a lot of the red people weren't taken under Darby Deep's lead because he thought that they were not teaming with him for some reason. But yeah, that's why leader is in Darby Deep's name. Really, it should not be there because we used Discord verification for like generating names. But yeah, he ended up deciding to either exile or kill red people. Sort of. Actually, a little bit of it is me saying he decided to exile or kill red people. But, you know, his goal was never to kill as many, you know, red people who accidentally didn't join his team for, like, technical reasons. But that ended up happening anyways.
Asking them to stay away because it was already dangerous enough to be in the jungle. So under
I don't remember
the
if
direction of Warby, they chased him out.
Yeah.
they're actually chasing him out here or he's just... I think they're actually chasing him out here.
Warby, you bastard! Warby, fuck you!
Yeah, Yrmir is the one saying Warby, fuck you, not Corn Joker, even though it looks like he's saying that.
Matter of fact, after gaining so much influence for defeating the Eater of Worlds,
Like, that audio clip happens after. I just put it there earlier.
both co-leaders agreed that any loyalists or soldiers left on the surface should have their main task be rounding up anyone not on their team and either converting them to the team or killing them.
This is kind of true. Because, you know, what he's about to say is like, oh, these two are on red team. They must be. But it was mostly out of confusion, not out of like malice for these people. Because there was this thing where you had to be within like a certain amount of blocks to a person to join their team, and it was like a request thing. So Warby, who's the current leader of the team, even though he's kind of co-captain, just because of a weird technical issue, is already in the jungle. So these people basically can't join white team, which ended up being a bit of a problem, and we will be changing that next time. But that's part of the motive. A lot of the motive are for the civilization. A lot of what I edited and added stuff in was the motive. Like, the stuff happening on screen is happening. It's just happening for a different reason than what I'm saying, basically. And this is the first example of that.
Our teamless, they're
Yeah, the Wall of Flesh was disabled via Terraria.
supposed to be on our team. Yo,
I wish there was more UI for the team system. The commands were kind of weird. They were, I agree with that. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad that the Civilization mod worked, period, because there was a lot of stuff that went into making it. And once again, if you don't know, my amazing server guys, Matt Savai and then EJ and Erky did pretty much all of that work. So they're to blame for the awesome mod.
yo, you two, teamless guys, come with me. We're gonna find.
Yeah, so you can't see bosses on the map. The only way you would know that bosses were defeated was a little chat message that says they spawned and despawned. So, okay, actually, that's a lie. I'm literally lying. So you actually couldn't see whether bosses were like spawned or despawned. So when people learned of like bosses being killed, it's like genuinely them learning that the boss was killed. Like there's a point later where I think it's Yrmir sees the dungeon slime show up in the underground caves, and he's like, "Oh, Skeletron has been killed," and he's learning that for the first time because there's no chat message that says Skeletron has been awoken and defeated. It's literally just him realizing that this NPC only spawns after the Skeletron has been killed.
Find Warby.
Can we stop calling people chuds in chat, please? Astral Moon and Franwell, I'm offended.
Yo,
Okay. Let's
Darby
get
and
back to
Warby's
this.
soldiers on the surface were to follow this order without fail.
So yeah, I dramatized this a bit.
So for players like Corn Joker,
And this is what I need to also explain is Kleptify is not killing Corn Joker because of his orders, even though he kind of does have orders to not speak with people on the red team. Kleptify is doing this because he wants to kill people. Like, that is not a joke. He said that to me in Discord after, and like a lot of the people he killed was just genuinely pleading for him to not kill them. It's so bad. It's so bad. And I got this guy out of my Discord server because it's just the absolute stupidest thing ever, and I didn't know it was happening until after it happened. But genuinely, he is killing
Darby
for
made
sport here. There's no lore reason
going
at all.
solo exceptionally
And
hard.
it's so... And this fight... Okay, actually, this is the one that I was thinking of. This chase goes from the wall all the way to the jungle, which is a long time. And the longest clip that I had in the entire Civilization when I was putting clips together to eventually edit was the 5-minute chase that Kleptify goes on to kill Corn Joker. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It was... Yeah, killing for sport, and obviously, killing for sport in Civilizations isn't a good thing, and in Minecraft, they have a protection against that, where you have to, like, request to kill people if you want to, which we really can't do because it's a small operation, but it was fucking bad. Okay, I don't think everything in... Oh, no, it's just green. Okay, never mind. That was a random tangent. But yeah, he doesn't even... And the worst part is, Kleptify doesn't even fucking kill Corn Joker on screen. He like a jungle bat kills Corn Joker. That's genuinely when he dies. Also, so I guess it's another good time to mention this. 95 is not the real number. I bullshitted a lot of the numbers because, like, to support, you know, the video's development. Because... You know, if I told them the true number, which was like, you know, 20 people have died already, having 80 people left at the 11-minute mark in the video is not a good sign. So this is like wrong at all times, basically. So yeah, and then Kleptify just fucking goes and steals all the shit. And this was a little bit true. Drop the mic, and you know, Shinderik and Yrmir and whatever all genuinely were fearing for their lives because they just saw people dying and they didn't have stuff and they knew people were killing other people. So it wasn't necessarily because of Darby Deep, but it was kind of because of Darby Deep.
Strength increased.
Lordova, my goat, who is a member to this channel, thank you, first of all, for keeping that membership. Second of all, welcome. I know you're another one of my day ones / consistent chatters. Even though there's, you know, 5 months between every stream that I have.
We were just in the corruption and almost died and didn't find him. So
sometimes, even if these
when he's talking about finding him, that's talking about Warby they're trying to join the like big main team, which is something they should have done at the start, but for some reason or another, production wasn't able to do it for them. I don't know. It was kind of an unfortunate situation all the way down.
Teams did want to join him. They never saw the...
That being said, it wasn't a huge issue because it kind of provided me a bunch of deaths early in the game that I could like attribute to lore reasons, but you know,
option.
I still feel bad because Shinderik and Drop the Mic did not deserve to die here, and they there was nothing they could do.
But some groups still would manage to dodge Darby Deep and Warby and find their own way.
Do you have any food, Mike?
These guys are on Darby Deep and Warby's team, by the way. That's why all of their names are white and against each other. I just said that this is a different team because it supports... That's another little thing that I just said to support the narrative. Ooh, I'm like a politician. Pushing my civilization agenda.
Mike, I need to go now.
Unfortunately...
Astrocat wrote, your footage was hilarious. It was genuinely 1 frame per sometimes. It was like every like 30 minutes I would get a new frame. I looked through it because I thought it was so funny.
They would run into other problems.
Yeah, this is the part where Shinderik quote kills himself and 2 others. It's not just that he kills himself and 2 others.
But it made them slow and...
This is completely real. I swear on my entire life. While 3 people who have literally 5 health are standing on the same block
as a misplaced...
Shinderik decides to place a silt block right above them and kill all 3 of them at the same time. They actually all fucking died at the same time because of a silt block. This was, I promise you, this was completely real. It was so bad. It was really, really funny, but it was so bad. Like, how the fuck do you decide to... Oh, my God. It was genuinely so bad, but it was hilarious. Oh. And then this also gives Grandpa a lot of character because not only do I get to show him later in the video, he's also has, like, grandkids that he lost. Yeah, it was actually so bad. Yeah, Mike and Ike is actually in chat. Oh, bro. It was really funny. That being said, Grandpa did get a lot of stuff from that.
Leadership. While his team was ever growing,
Okay, and then I sort of hint at Imna and Asorted's
players
whole
made
thing
a way
going
for
on here.
themselves.
They're genuinely speedrunning, doing their normal stuff. And this is one of my favorite parts. This is a voice line, but it's so good. Imna actually stares at this unicorn statue and for like 10 seconds and decides to take it for the eventual unicorn rail cannon, which is fucking amazing, by the way. But there's a part where he just stands here
That could
to like foreshadow it is the best thing ever, bruh.
be useful later.
That could be useful later. That's a voice line. Which thank you enough for that voice line. But it was so perfect. I don't know if anyone caught the foreshadowing, but it was absolutely money. That just worked out, honestly.
Thanks.
Yeah. So assorted and so TPVPA on the right side of the world. Everyone in TPVPA on the right side of the world, which is another Discord server of a bunch of competitive Terraria players. That's why they're so good. That's why they have grappling hooks in like first 20 minutes. Anyway, they decided early on to do like a prison system in the jungle temple, and it never became a prison, but they both met up in the jungle temple really early, and it turned out to, you know, be important later with the temple raid and everything. But they were just automatically going to go to temple as soon as they could. Among other, like a group of 5-ish total people, which ended up being the you know, Solarian Union or whatever, or Temple Gang. Is food here? Okay. Would you bring it up? All right, my Chipotle's here. Yay! But they do actually just meet in the temple. Like they never decide to like talk or anything. They literally meet in the center. They had no idea each other were there. Say please and thank you, bro. All she did was hand me a phone. That's my sister Ella. She's a chud. No, I'm kidding. I love her. But yeah, Darby Deep knows about the TPVPA stuff, and so he ignored them and left them to their own like devices, kinda, and that's why the Temple Gang happens, which turns out to be good for the like, you know, lore purposes of the video and whatnot. But it's, once again, the motive is different than, you know, what I said it was in the video, but it sort of just like worked out because it's kind of why it is. Like Darby never had any intention of teaming with him because he thought that they wouldn't team with him, and he was right, but he didn't even try. I don't know. There were a lot of problems with it. Anyway.
Leader came with perks, while Warby and Darby weren't.
Oh, hold on. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I spelled it wrong. Chipotle time. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna eat that later. It actually looks really good. I have a bomb ass Chipotle order, guys. You don't even know. Crunchy, bro. It's okay. Not everyone thinks that. I made him out to be a little more evil than I think I needed to. Like he wasn't like being mean to people, but he just really wasn't all there, for lack of a better word. Like he was nice. He was trying his best, but it just turned out it was just a bad draw of the deck, or bad. What the fuck is the phraseology for it? Bad luck of the cards, right? Something like that. I don't know. But yeah, this is back to his jungle temple raid.
Themselves. Their word
draw
was,
of the cards,
and his reign
sure.
continued to grow.
Luck of the draw. That's it. Yes, luck of the draw. Red Lunatic.
Right side desert by his soldiers.
Yeah, Math Crate built this.
Was claimed.
I would say like thank you Math Crate or something, but you know it's a kind of a box with 3 different types of walls. So
for Darby and Warby's territory. The left side, however, was plagued with much less paranoia.
Oh, I love this. This is a banger. This was in the last civilization. Bum 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 bum.
In fact, after surviving the night, the fishing...
Is it hot as fuck for anyone else? Like, it's genuinely like 101 degrees outside where I live.
Coalition had even begun to set up shop, just like Darby.
This was so cool that they chose a floating island. I mean, every civilization always has you know, like 5 people who choose to make bases on floating islands because they're kind of just good for that and, you know, out of the way and pretty easy to remember where they are. But it just turns out to be really good for the fishing coalition. They turned out to be a really cool team.
Oh, but
Like, these guys are really just working together with voice chat. They have all met each other in the last, like, 30 minutes.
is it considered a sky island then?
Able to fish just from a little further up.
I actually did Marcus a little dirty by never saying he was outright the fishing king and more that he was, like, an advisor to Eco, which is something that I did for Googzilla, or however you pronounce that too. He was the fish king. I just never said that. I actually learned it after I had written the script. I knew someone was the fish king. I just didn't know it was Marcus.
My count, yeah.
I'm mostly basing myself on the background.
The background changing, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Earlier that day, they'd struck a deal with another small team.
So this
They
is
met
all
with the team on the return from an
Hold
ice
on.
mining trip, and in contact, they made a deal.
Yeah, this is Eco's team and then the fishing coalition. They did meet up, but there was no deal for the meteorite. They just like sort of like collaborated together into one team. That being said, it turned out to be a cool team, but like their earliest interaction
Trading
really
the
was just
location and
Ponky
knowledge
coming
of
out to the
meteorite
desert
for arm.
and throwing ice blades at them. And they were like, "Let's fucking go. We like these guys."
What do you say?
Which was cool. I mean, it turned out once again well, but
I can't find it.
After further meeting, they decided that they would combine teams, and the fishing coalition, without a leader,
yeah, that did not happen
of an already
that
strong
moment.
group, and with little negotiation, he
I was doing some connections earlier, and
This is really cool. This part is fun because Astral does talk to Darby Deep, and you never know who the bomber is or what their intentions are really until right at the end with Fran. But like this creates a really close person to Eco who also could be the bomber, and it makes it really interesting, especially when he comes in later. And if you guys remember, like asks Eco like who's gonna lead after him. So this turned out really good as this early bit where they talk to each other. Astral Moon, are you Astral? You made yourself look like the bomber? Yeah. But it was good. It was good for the video. It was pretty cool. They really did think it was you. Like Eco and Playering later in the video, I'm sure you've seen it, but they're like, we think it's this guy.
a connection with a certain individual from the other team.
A certain individual, and Eco's like, yep, I know who that is.
I want to see if you approve of it. So
Yeah, hit me with it. What's up?
So they said if we give them 300 dungeon brick, and we give them a shadow key as well.
Yeah, Eco since the beginning was always set on not trading the shadow key, which I think was a good decision from him because it meant, and because weapons are better than armor by like a long shot, but the dungeon already kind of has weapons. I was right from the start about Fran. Yes, you were.
They
This is
give
true.
us a molten pickaxe. Yeah. I don't know. I think we can gain a lot more than what they can gain from it.
So
Because he
yeah, they didn't select him as leader. I did, but you know that's just a little thing from production. I don't know if everyone in this stream knows what I'm talking about. Earlier when I said it was just for like making the civilization go smoother. I think next time we will let people choose their own leaders because I think that would be cool. But in this one we did not.
He wanted to trade dodging bricks. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. I don't want you to
Bust out
talk to
the
Darby
Chipotle.
too much because right now I can't really predict him.
Actually,
because
let me
he's
shake it
very
first.
paranoid, and he doesn't really know what to do right now.
Yeah, I was speaking to him for a little while. He didn't seem so sure of everything,
I got a
but
bowl.
Also, in general, in my experience, Shadow Key is way better than anything we
Do you guys remember when I ate canes while there was water dripping on my forehead
yeah, I just wanted
in
to
the middle
double
of the
check with
stream?
you. I didn't really want to tell everybody, but
He had decided that the Shadow Key was much more valuable than anything that the right side could offer, even though the right side had the power to get
Ooh, smells so
Hellstone
good.
and get Hellstone armor. From Eco's perspective, armor wasn't
Bet
nearly
you
as
guys are jealous.
valuable as weapons,
And I'm not
so he
sharing.
withheld the potential trade. Instead of
Oh, that was a
trades,
fun
his
little
current
edit that I just
nearly
missed.
as
I
valuable.
didn't do a lot of like straight editing. I did a lot of simple stuff to like support what I was saying on screen, but I thought they were fun. I really love this
As
like the little like turbulent displace feature where they sort of like go bit 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 bit. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I think that makes it a lot more fun to look at.
So he withheld the potential trade. Instead of trades, his current priority was strengthening the
This is all true. This actually is verbatim what he was trying to do. So
team at hand. And that's exactly what he did. One of his first decrees was sending out an order not to kill any Reds. People not on his team had the potential to be on his team, but it wouldn't be through force.
No, don't.
The truth is that he just didn't have a squad of people who were trying to defend him. And everyone on this team was a lot more like, I guess, team forward, I for lack of a better word.
Don't kill. No, stop killing. We're not like those fucking barbarians on the other side of the wall.
This is hilarious. We're not like those fucking barbarians on the other side.
To him.
And slowly, word started to spread that Eco was doing good for the world, building infrastructure and bringing prosperity.
I suppose that's kind of true, but everyone already knew he was the leader, so.
Bacon! What's good,
Oh,
bro?
what's up, guys?
Bacon!
Yeah?
You got an ice blade?
Yo, you have an ice blade?
Yo,
we
finna
all got an ice blade, bro.
Yo, wait.
Yeah, we were all passing.
We finna all got a nice blade.
They're on team 2.
Wait.
Don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him. Don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him.
There can't be enemies.
Oh, you know what? We revived you, didn't we, Weez? Because you died of something like that. That's why you're here so late in the video. We did revive a couple of people. Because they died really early to like gravity or something. Show food. All right, for the membership, I will show the food. This is what we got. We got guacamole. We got honey barbecue chicken. We got rice and fucking corn and tomatoes and shit. It's so good, bro. It's so gas.
On this side, guys. There's no way.
A bomb went off in that bowl? Yeah, I'm the bomb. I fucking ate it. What type of rice? White rice.
And with that, Ego's coalition became the leading power on the left side.
It was always the leading power. I probably should have done it like a zoom for this shot. It kind of drags.
Having traveled back into the ice biome, Eco was still on his way back up.
Cheers again for saving me at the start. I actually thought I was finished.
This is so cool of you, bro. Astral, I know you're in chat somewhere still. He genuinely thanks Eco. It's so sweet. He's like, thank you so much for saving me at the start. Because Eco genuinely does do that. I glazed Eco a lot in this video. I won't do it anymore, like, during the behind the scenes. But he did a great job being a character.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I thought I was going to be the first one to die because I was literally just sat in the dark and I heard a fucking slime.
I knew you were gonna be like in that position, so I went back for you.
While he tended to have a reputation as a benevolent leader, he was also cautious. And the first night under his command, his soldiers were sent out to kill skeletons.
This is where I lie. And Frank got so mad at me at this in the comments. This is where I'm like, these are his soldiers. And they are not his soldiers. They are just people who want to do the Skeletron fight.
He needed to acquire dungeon weaponry and a shadow key as fast as possible.
I appreciate that, Relentless. Join the Discord, you can be in the next one, man. Eco's a chud, you're a chud, bro. I almost said something not YouTube appropriate.
There he is.
Fran is LARPing as a Sorry, that's probably kind of gross. Fran is LARPing as a TPVPA player. Talking to playering.
Can you hear me now? Can you actually hear me
yeah,
now?
I can.
You need a weapon?
No, I'm good. I have Ice Blade wand.
He's like favoriting stuff, like that piano in the corner.
Snowball cannon.
Like,
And
what
that
are we doing?
night, even as the
What
blood
are we
moon
doing? Ego deserves the glaze? Yeah. Yeah, he was the GOAT. He's also the only TPVPA player that I know is North American, which is so tough.
Well,
We
the
gotta
soldiers worked
represent,
to
bro.
carry through, as they knew it was important to get the weapons as soon as possible. As everyone else on the side and the entire world holed up and tried to make sure they wouldn't die, Eco saw it fit to show his team's strength.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's
The Skeletron fight actually, okay, this is another fun little thing that was not shown in the video. Skeletron didn't spawn. Like the mob cap was, oh shoot. The mob cap was always on at all times because there's 100 people, so it's already struggling to spawn mobs. So when they cursed Skeletron, he didn't spawn, and I had to go over and spawn it in real time. And you can hear it a little bit because it's hard to cut out, but Friend and Playering just dog on me the entire fucking time, saying like, he can cut that shit out in post.
Kill the beast! I thought it was aggroed on me.
Oh, also, I'm invisible. Okay, wait. It's actually aggroed on me. I'm invisible, like, right up here, and you can't tell. And then it was over here for a long time because it was aggroed on me, and then I tried to run away and almost fucked up the entire Skeletron fight for everyone. Eventually, people figure it out, and like everyone shows up. But yeah, it was just the 3 of them at the start.
Bro is like not moving.
Bro is like not moving.
Wait, there's gonna.
Yes.
Do you say W August Cell?
Yes.
Fuck you, Lord Noah. Yeah, bro. I almost did fumble the entire thing.
As soon as
No, Terraria's music is copyright free, as with most video game music.
they could, his soldiers descended.
Also, August, do you remember when you gave me that orange? I'm not gonna lie, I forgot who you were. I thought you were cheating with a starboard. No, I have no idea. Do you guys want to know the truth? Most of my footage, actually 99% of my footage, is me sitting in the corner of the world and scrolling Twitter, because there's not a lot you can do like spectating. There's a lot of fucking boring shit. There's 9 hours of straight content for any given person because it's 3-hour sessions. And so people were really, really bored at some points. Like, it's never, ever, you can never tell in the Civilization because I did a good job of that. But, like, it's so... Man. I looked at Twitter for, like, fucking 3 hours at one point. I got pinged, and they were like, what the fuck are you doing? I did go and talk to people sometimes, though, like with Astral. Increase key drop rate in Civ 3, 0 mobs are spawning.
They
yeah,
needed
that
to find
was a
one
problem.
thing per Eco's orders.
That's
But
actually a
Eco
great
had
idea.
yet to
You
even
should tell it to
resurface,
Matt. You
not
should ping
knowing
him.
that Skeletron had been successfully defeated.
So,
This is true. Like I said, no boss like this defeats in chat.
For tier 2 food,
no, that's good.
Yeah, Elon website. I hate Twitter, bro. It's so fucking stupid.
That's blood and shit.
4 times, and for tier 3 food, you get 5 times.
Oh, okay. It just turned. Okay. Make a little hole. Are you gonna just make a little hole?
Also gonna see like if we have some days. Oh,
That's our leader right there.
Hi guys.
No voice lines here. I keep saying that because in the last Civilization, virtually every speaking line was a voice line that I made people say. A lot of it, almost, or actually probably like 99% of this is just genuine people talking. Like someone really did see Eco and was like, "That's our leader."
Finally returning to his domain, he learned that his orders had been successful. Across the wall, however, it was a different story.
Hi, Winsunny. Do you have any iron or lead?
No, I don't have a.
While Darby and Warby's remaining soldiers
That was great because it's like, look at the leading team on this side. They're poor as fuck.
held down their fort above, both
Matt ignores me. Matt ignores me. You made me give you lines. You made me give you lines. I didn't have lines. Oh, I made you do lines just not to use them. Yeah, actually, there was like 2 or 3 lines that I didn't use because they didn't fit in. There was supposed to be a part where it's foreshadowed that Fran's the bomber when Eco says to Fran, I'm grappling hooking and not using like the rails because of explosive traps. And then Fran is like, it's foreshadowing that Fran decides like, ooh, I should do rail traps, but I decided not to use that. I'll tell you guys when it shows up.
leaders were deep in the jungle.
I'm gonna get this obsidian here. Do you wanna spawn queen bee?
No.
Next Civ event, Darby is forced to turn into a TNT barrel the entire time.
Someone take this. I'm not gonna use it anymore.
Man, that guy wants fucking explosives in the next Civ, bro.
Yes, I do.
Neither of them were particularly powerful, so their ultimate goal was to reach
How about we
hell
add
and get
explosives, but only Darby Deep can take damage for them?
Hellstone as soon as they could, knowing that it was their side's advantage. Unfortunately, that left the surface a war zone.
This is another... Okay, I have a lot to say about this. When Kleptify... Let me swallow. When Kleptify kills this guy, Ethan, he's not doing it because of some, like, Darby Deep order. He's doing it for the love of the game. And the sad part is that Ethan genuinely tries to plead with Kleptify the entire time Kleptify's fucking murdering him. It's so sad. The entire thing's not in the video because it's actually depressing as fuck. But Ethan is like, please, bro, please don't kill me. It's so sad.
Yo, no, I'm friendly. I'll give you.
Listen. He's like, no, I'm friendly. Because he is friendly. This guy's supposed to be on the team, but Kleptify's killing him for kicks. And then Mathgrade comes up and he tells Kleptify to not do that anymore, which The thing about Crunchy, like, uniting everyone because they didn't like Kleptify is true. Because they fucking, you know, he goes and kills everyone. But, like, it wasn't some, like, overarching Darby Deep, you know, narrative or whatever. Because Darby Deep's genuinely just lost in the fucking jungle. But Kleptify goes and kills this guy. It's so sad. You really can't hear it over the music, but it's actually depressing. And look, this dude has nothing. Kleptify just wants to be in the fucking video. Which he is, but he's banned from my Discord server now, so... Oh, and there's this legendary skull farm in TPVPA. I'll show that to you guys later if you guys remember to tell me. His aim was relentless. I don't know if you heard me say earlier, but there was a 5-minute chase because Kleptify's aim was so bad that he missed for 5 minutes trying to kill this guy. Like Corn Joker back earlier. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Darby and Warby's soldiers were still on the prowl, and sometimes they would even take hostages. Unfortunately, without a fishing coalition...
That's a lie. They didn't take hostages. I mean, they didn't kill that guy, but Kleptify really wanted to.
Oh, cool.
Well, I just know I'm gonna die here.
Oh, we're here.
So it was nice meeting you.
If you were honey bucket.
Yo, do you guys have food?
On the border of hell, they finally realized that they'd run out of food just as they were about to reach their goal.
Yeah, okay, that's gonna be an issue. Do you have any rotten chunks on you?
6. We need a
I
cooking
think that's
pot.
enough for one meal. Yeah, I
Type
can
in
make a
your chat
cooking
right
pot,
now.
that's fine.
Okay, make a cooking pot.
Able to stave off hunger for now, it wasn't
Yeah,
the
God
only
complex
problem brewing on
14-year-old is
their
kinda
side.
why.
A lot of their team was beginning to wonder where their leaders were, and one of them was about to take action. After learning of how well Eco's team was doing at the wall, a player named Crunchy was looking to start his own team.
This is kind of BS because Crunchy's team had been happening since the beginning, but he did go up and try to talk to these guys.
Currently, it was just an idea, but he knew that he, among other people,
They also got a blood rainbow, which I never mentioned, but it was super lucky.
were not happy with all of the state-enforced murders that were happening under Darby and Warby's watch.
You guys know where Darby is?
I saw him once, like to the left, but I haven't
This is all genuine too. Like nobody knows where the fuck Darby is.
seen him since.
I see.
For now,
White Master was with Crunchy, but these two were not.
his plan was to simply build a name
State enforced murders. Yeah, I thought that was pretty slick.
for himself.
That's
an
some bullshit, by the way.
Offensive
But
way
whatever.
to gain power.
There is a guy with like a bunch of Hermes boots somewhere.
I have a bunch of Hermes boots. Oh, is that a Corn Joker still alive?
I don't know, bro. I was trying to keep him. Wait, why?
Whilst building a name for himself and giving out what he had, he also made it known that he was against the killings that were happening from Darby.
VA fumble. I don't know if you guys heard that. He was against the killings. Like I forgot what I was saying. Twist is you tell everyone the video idea is 100 players beat Terraria, but Kleptify has the ability to PvP people. Worst video idea ever competition, and you're winning.
And Warby. Slowly, more and more people began to agree with him on the killings, and he became the person who people came to complain about unnecessary death.
Guys.
Oh, this is just accidental. Grandpa Mike and I finally gets back, and he's like, "I'm so sad. I lost all three. I lost all three of my children."
All of my grandchildren.
Great character, Mike and Ike. I know you're still in the chat somewhere. Absolutely W character.
And I just let the guy
The rest
out.
of them are dead. This is not a time to laugh. I watched them all die.
Either way, Crunchy was gaining traction, whilst
This is not a
Darby
time
and
to
Warby
laugh.
were
I
struggling.
watched them all die.
Okay, I'll help.
Thank you. I can just be alone over here.
The group only had 2 nightmare pickaxes, so half of them had to go down, while half of them
I have 12 helmet.
True.
finally decided
Nothing
to
burger.
call it.
Absolute nothing burger.
The pet.
Except for this, where Yrmir sees the chest dude, and he's like, "Oh hey, Arky, what's up?" Has the call figured out that I'm streaming yet? I see Matt, Assorted, and EJ are all in there. Anyway, Yrmir sees the chest mimic, or the chest, like, you know, do you guys know that, like, dungeon chest slime mob or whatever? And he uses that to figure out that Skeletron has been killed.
Okay, I'm gonna go check out the rest of the cave.
And
Which is
even
pretty
though
smart
the team
on-
thought the
on
hard
his,
part was
on his
over,
end.
they forgot to account for some dangerous issues.
We could probably pick up the lead for a fishing rod. Oh, I'm gonna kill that undead miner for a chance for a steak.
This was so sad, bro. I forgot about this part. Calcified actually just gets fucking left behind. It's so bad.
Guys, help.
This poor guy, dude. He used to like run away from this lost girl, almost dies once, and then survives.
Oh my goodness.
And Darby Deep and Warby are just like, where did Calcify go? And then Calcify, where did Calcify go? And he fucking dies.
No. What did he drop?
And then Darby Deep 2 seconds after he dies is like, what did he drop? Oh.
Your first
It's hard living, bro.
thought is what did
No,
you
that
drop?
was my second.
And then Zadie is like, and then he says, your first thought is, what did he drop? And Darby Deep is like, no, that was my second thought. Like, why is that even your that's why is that in your top 5? Guys, stop. He was not a bad leader. He just needed, I just portrayed him as an inadequate leader because the video needed that. He was fine. He probably did better than a lot of you guys would have done in this situation.
Even underground, the 2 leaders were
I'm not the biggest Darby Deep fan because he argues with me so much. That doesn't mean it's okay to hate on him, all right?
struggling with keeping people on board their team. Yet they continued. If they could bring back
I
Hellstone,
think
it
he's a
would
little bit
revolutionize
of a
their
chud,
side.
but whatever.
Ooh, efficiency. I can make grub soup.
They
They
finally
had
figure
yet
out
to
that they need
actually
obsidian.
reach the surface.
Have y'all seen Warby lately? He was busy before.
No, I think he's at the bottom of the jungle by what I've heard. Can we make room? Because I have an extractinator I can place down.
It was safe to say that most of the people in Darby's team were fed up with how far gone he was and how little he contacted them. Most subjects of Darby were but one more state-enforced killing away from trying to separate from him and potentially joining Crunchy. They were at their proverbial tipping point, and one more might change things.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna hit you there.
It's okay.
And then
Just be careful.
Kleptify fucking goes crazy. Look!
Yo, who's nading him, bro?
Genuinely dead center of the entire of the group. He
Stop,
just
everyone
tries to
chill,
fucking
everyone
kill this
chill.
guy.
Hey, Klep, stop. Stop.
Like, I did not tell him to do this. He just kills him.
Oh, guys, Klep just murdered him. Klep just murdered him. Yeah.
And then he runs away.
What?
Alright.
While Condor's
Yeah, in the
death
house
was
too.
bad
It's
news
insane.
for everyone else, for Crunchy it was great news because it was the final piece that he needed to win the people's agreement. So while Kleptify ran away and took solace with a small team in the jungle trying to kill Queen Bee, Crunchy got to work.
He is in command.
This small team in the
Took
jungle,
solace
by the
with a
way,
small
is the temple team killing queen bees because they need it. Which I once again, undersell. But
In the jungle trying to kill Queen Bee, Crunchy got to work.
He is in command. Oh my god, we believe in you.
With little pushback, he was elected as the new temporary leader.
Alright, so
it's a little sad, but Crunchy, we believe in you. That's it.
so my first
Yeah, but he does actually get elected.
command is we should oh, Warby's dead. That's a shame.
And then Dwarby dies in real time.
Just as Crunchy was elected, an unfortunate death message popped into chat. One of the co-leaders was dead, and instead of despair, it was met with confusion.
Where is our leader?
Our leaders abandoned us. He said no food stamps. I had to get help from some good people.
After taking another shot at hell, Darby's group already had a few close calls with death.
I didn't think there was just gonna be a massive pit.
Yeah, I didn't really exaggerate it, but Darby Deep literally almost dies
I
here.
had to get help from some good people.
Like he just
falls
falls straight into the. There's lava below him.
Already
He
had
falls in, barely makes this grappling hook. Like it probably would have been wraps for Darby Deep.
Few close calls with death.
I didn't think there was just gonna be a massive pit of lava. I'm making bottles. Hold on.
Then they meet up with Nathan, who's mining for the temple team, which I gloss over because that would be a really, really weird story point. But Nathan is a TPVPA player, and he has full fucking molten armor already. He kind of mogs the hell out of Darby and Warby here.
I have one.
I don't
Any
really
time
mention
spent
it, though.
in
It's just
hell
a little
is
bit
a
of a
gamble
red,
with death.
like a.
And unfortunately,
red herring.
Warby would lose his bet.
I have a lava charm, so it's fine.
By the way, thanks.
Just unfortunate that Warby died. I actually liked Warby a lot as a leader in the last civilization, so. Yeah.
No!
Yeah, he really did not figure it out in time how to live. And then he lost a lot of stuff too.
Oh.
Finally deciding to not reckon with death any longer, Darby and his small team decided to finally come back up, going from
Darby and his small team, which was the entire team, and then they get fucked and die.
a large party to only 3. The opposite happened for Crunchy,
as they're like in despair over the fucking people who died. Oh, it's the Fish King. We dead kidnapped Terraria Major, bro. I felt bad, but yeah, it was pretty fire. Broke hostage. I had beef with him before that. Yeah, your guys' whole interaction was really funny.
New leader, Crunchy had to reckon with the needs of the people, starting with food.
Oh, starving.
Oh, jeez.
Then Crunchy starts moving like Prime Mew, Prime Captain Loomis, and he's like, food, food here, food.
Bad.
It was pretty based.
Crunchy, get him! Crunchy, get him the pumpkin pie!
Eat.
Amidst Crunchy's new leadership,
Really, the idea was for Crunchy to bring his own, like, his team to another area, but
rumors
I'm sad you didn't, hold on. I'm sad you didn't put in the part 15 minutes before the wall where I swore I would kill Terraria Mage. I think the point got across. I put in a lot of you talking about Terraria Mage. I'd Calamitous as
And to
final
spread
civ
about
boss.
the
I'm gonna pass on that one.
whereabouts of Darby.
I don't know. That's a great question. I haven't seen him in ages. Clearly not.
Yeah. You know if
Clearly not a man of the people.
Orby or Darby are still alive?
Darby is actually... I think he died. Someone...
Grandma Mike and I just throwing out bullshit. Throwing out bullshit. Like, you can check the chat logs. It's Warby that died. Ooh, that was spicy. But then he's like...
died, but I know Crunchy's still alive. Anyways, do you think you could bring me some wood, my grandchild?
He said the thing. Bring me all your wood.
Warby's dead. I didn't know Darby was.
Although food was still tight, Crunchy needed to plan for the future.
let me turn
so
it
he
down a little
decided to make the first official contact with Eco, the leader on the other side, who'd inspired him to try and take charge. Crunchy was a little bit of
This is kind of true. Like, Darby and Eco virtually
deal
do
maker.
not
So
talk
he went
for the entire first 30 minutes
into
of
it
this,
with some expectations.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, Crunchy. Yo, I
What's
heard,
up,
like,
guys?
Almost every meeting, what I did was just layer over when they were standing still with the important talking points. Like, the audio and video do not match up here at all, but they're both on screen, and that's kind of what's important. Because they do talk here.
Warby died or something like that?
Yes. I don't know what happened.
However, instead, he was met with Eco's expectations, who'd predicted the right side situation a little differently.
Yo, I've been hearing that Darby is up to some crazy stuff right now, and he's genuinely insane. I also heard that he really wants to, like, single you guys out, because he's really...
Eco thought Darby was a lot worse than he was. Like, he was kind of expecting Darby to genuinely be evil, but Darby was just in the jungle lost somewhere.
What have you guys done about Darby? Has he, like, exclusively tried to kill you?
Crunchy wasn't sure what to say, so he was honest.
I haven't seen him in ages.
I think
Hey, guys.
That's a little early.
I don't think you're up
I
to
wouldn't count that as an editing mistake, but whatever.
anything bad. So, once the walls drop, if you want to talk to me personally, I could maybe consider allying with you.
To talk with you peacefully once the walls drop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eco and
'cause
Darby,
I really
or sorry,
like
Eco and Crunchy kind of
Darby.
team up
And I
here.
want to see if we can do something about him.
Yeah, I'm not violent.
Crunchy had success.
Yeah, Eco says that in this meeting actually. I just cut it out, but there were rumors that Darby and you were fighting.
Successfully secured himself good favor with Eco, and whether it was by accident,
Mew, I hope you and everyone else puts more effort into the roleplay. There were only some characters in this one. Like, everyone was kind of just trying to survive and live.
or not, it would still give him a huge upper
Did
hand.
anyone notice the top of the wall was open, or was it just me that clocked it? I think some other people did. I think so. The ending, man. I'm gonna wait till the end to explain the ending. But
Hand in the
that's a bridge that will cross when we'll burn, I guess, when we get to it, because it's a lot of explaining to do with the ending.
conversation with Darby. And even though everyone knew that he was only a temporary leader,
Friend, you did not try to RP, bro. Do not tell me some bullshit about that church, because you built that after killing like 8 people.
he knew this.
It worked out, but you're on thin ice, boy.
With some later governmental restructuring.
Your RP was basically written by me in the post. Playing is already hard, role playing is harder. This is 100% true. So, you know, there's not like a really, really good fix for this.
Everyone's here. Cool.
Speaking to his team, he told them of what happened at the meeting. Once they knew, he immediately got to work on infrastructure.
Do you guys like my pianos?
They're lovely.
Oh, yeah.
They're lovely, Grandpa.
Do you guys like my pianos?
Play a tune.
I can play.
You cannot play Terraria pianos.
How the hell do you
Let's use
play?
some tunes, boy.
How the hell do you play?
Hell yeah.
Dude?
But just at that time,
Great question.
Darby finally returned.
Yo,
This was kind of a weird moment to write into the story because Crunchy kind of is the leader. Like, people want to follow him, but Darby returns and then kind of LARPs the leader, and everyone is just like, all right, I guess we're following Darby now. So I had to say Crunchy was like this, you know, what's the word that I used? Like, underground trader or whatever, which he was doing a little bit of, but he really was not an underground trader. Like, Darby just came back and everyone was like, okay, well, Crunchy, you're not the leader anymore.
back. We visited hell.
Come with I already have my character that I'm going to play in the third civilization if I do that.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but every night from here on out is a blood moon because someone keeps spamming the bloody tier, and it's really, really annoying. Like I really wish there were just normal nights, but it's a blood moon every single time.
So,
LARPy
a
deep.
very, very bad thing happened.
That's good.
Werby died.
This is about the closest that Darby gets to like having a real speech, because everyone is here, or like most of everyone. It's like 10 people of the 50 on this side, but everyone's spread out or dead or something.
I missed getting Hellstone, but we did get his loot.
You just said spill in DMs later. I want to hear your idea. What? Here's the thing. I'm gonna go into it stealth mode. Like, I'm gonna play a character, do an accent, and that way I don't have like oh, this guy's leading the civilization, I should ally with him. Like, I want to be a leader, but I'm gonna go stealth mode, and I'm not gonna tell you guys who I am.
How are you doing with food?
We're good.
Food's fine.
Who wants platinum sword?
So Crunchy made the play of yielding power to Darby, so he could remain an underlord of
Alright,
sorts.
Crunchy did not. Crunchy did not make that play. I made that play. I wrote that in. Crunchy's just like, all right, guys, we need to leave, and he takes his like two eunuchs, Widemaster and Tree of Olives, and they go off to the beach or something, or the Cloud Island, and they start building Crunchy's tavern, which was cool, but it didn't really like fit into the story again.
Awesome project I need to get to.
Profiting from trades while keeping governmental stability. And by remaining an underlord, sometimes he even profited from some of Darby's closest allies.
Hello, everybody, this
Hello.
is Nathan.
Yo.
Can you give me the
Nathan was
opinions?
not one of the close
Wait,
allies. I
what's
just
the
said
deal?
that.
Keeping spirits high with Darby's large but disgruntled team was an excellent position for him. And for now, he was content with the exile of Kleptify,
So you're like wanted? Kinda, I think.
which had gone incredibly well. As soon as Darby returned, he could tell that there was some difference in his team. So he took a moment with one of his
And there was
closest-
some difference in his team. This is true, but that was mostly Zaid, I don't know, whatever his name is, telling him like, yeah, bro, everybody thinks you just
allies
left
to figure
everyone, because he kind of did.
figure out the situation.
Yo, where is Darby?
They just left.
And then he goes and then he goes back to the Shimmer, which is crazy. Like, you just were gone for an hour and a half. Why would you go back to the Shimmer?
10-15 seconds ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean from
And he brings Zadi, who tells him how it is.
now, like your reputation isn't that good.
Yeah, Crunchy, you're right. That's true.
Oh, I know.
Like you were gone for like almost all of it, and now you're just here again.
As soon as I find the shimmer, I'm going home.
He thought that maybe if he could bring home goods from the Shimmer, he could win his team back. He needed to show that he looked
This is not true. I mean, maybe it's a little true. I actually can't remember if I wrote that in or Darby does say that at some point.
after his teammates, or at least to the best he was able.
No.
Structure. A lot like
wrong boss spawn and I'm dead.
Oh, this is so sad because this is a real thing. So, Eco, as he's like traversing his side, doing his own thing, I came across this death, and it happens like
single demon eye.
like right next to each other. Like Eco is here at the top, and Starlight's here, and Starlight's really low and doesn't have any hunger. And Eco can definitely save Starlight, but the voice chat doesn't go far enough, and Starlight dies.
And I'm gone.
I hope that was conveyed in the video. I just re-explained it because I don't know if it was, but that was one of my favorite parts.
Hello, I hear so. No.
Because I asked somebody and they told me that. Oh damn.
You can hear Starlight in Eco's footage just a tiny bit. And then
I
somehow
hear
he manages
someone
to
come
survive that. And what, honestly, this is not a shot on Starlight
Do you know how to make
at
a-
all because, you know, it's sad. But what he should have done is block off this hole. But what happens is another
need
zombie
help.
falls on him, and
Start farm. Good.
and I think the hole is like either this hole or this one. It's one of the two.
Yes, we definitely are gonna get a lot of those.
But he gets a zombie airdropped onto his ass, and then I cut this Starlight was slain,
I follow Star.
which Eco is like right next to.
Even as powerful as Eco's team was, traveling solo was still most likely a death sentence. So while he waited for a response from the dungeon crew, he made his priorities building infrastructure and farms. By the time Darby had returned,
Honestly, it wasn't really that those were his priorities. It was more that people were just going to do that anyway, and they went about and did it.
most of the left side...
EKJ really was the only one who like was super focused on infrastructure. What he knew from the beginning, he was going to be like the rail guy, so he started the rails and finished the rails as fast as he could.
was already allied with Eco.
What's happening in chat? Yeah, ban Lordova. Let's ban Lordova. He's my only member. He's paid me money, you fools. Don't ban him.
He was the
Ban everyone but Lordova.
sole commander of nearly
It would be ironic if Rail Guy died to a rail trap.
40 people as small
But he genuinely did cook on those
Smaller
rails. I'm
settlement
so glad he got to finish it.
began to see the output of the now large fishing coalition. And as
This is a cool shot, but this is also the same one that I used in the start, where there's this really weird crop right here. Like, if you see Sylvie's name is kind of, like, grayed out. And that's because this, like, there's this really weird, like, mesh cut to put everyone in here, and then I pan over it, so it's, like,
the team.
harder to tell.
I need
you to accept me, bro.
I got you.
And then this is Marcus for real. I don't know how he wasn't on Eco's team by then, but...
Buying good favor with food, he also used some soldiers to grow his team.
Okay. We are not doing this again. The last time I auctioned off a ban for someone, I made like $500. Okay, Lordova, you're muted for 2 minutes, all right? Wait, I think I actually... Hold on, I have to do that. I think I have to do that in my browser. All right, everyone, we're pausing to ban Lordova for 2 minutes. All right. Oh wow, we got 30 people. All right, stream is telling me that I've oh wow, we got 30 people. My 21. Shut up, fool. All right, let's see here. Lordova, can we stop moving chat? I need to click the ban button. How do I do this? Put user in timeout. Haha, yes. All right, we're going 5 minutes because there's no 2-minute option. That's right, Lordova. My opinion of you people is bought. Haha. Money, money, money. All right, back to the video.
You guys need to go to the right because
this is true. Eco once again does save
That's
these
where
guys
the people are,
basically
and they
because they are all low on food.
are you doing good on food?
Yeah,
I got
bonus
a little
minutes.
bit. I got 3 fruit and no
There's
actual
some people on
fruit.
the right that are they are starving to death. So if you come, give 1 fruit to all of them, and then if you go to the right, there's more
You can see that clip is literally replayed.
starving to
Fred
death.
just
So if
walks
you
away
come,
from him
give 1
twice.
fruit
It's
to
really
all of
funny.
them, and then
Even though this spread the food thinner, most deal with, which is why so many of his main soldiers were in the dungeon searching.
Why the fuck did I play that clip again?
It was his problem to deal with, which is why so many of his main soldiers were in the dungeon.
That's weird. There's a lot of like time in this. Are there only interval options? Who knows? Thank you, Mew. I appreciate that, big man.
Searching not only for weapons.
I was being way too generous giving people stuff on the side I was trying to betray. Yeah.
But for something that
I don't know. I did a lot of analysis of people's playstyles, but I did not catch that.
Knew would change the game for him forever.
Boom, boom, boom.
This reaction is pretty awesome by Playering. He's another guy who's really good at the whole roleplay stuff because English is his main language, and he's good at the game. So him and Eco kind of ran the left side. I won't lie.
Out of here. We're out of here. Boom. Boom. It's so fucking.
Like if everyone if everyone acted like this when they got stuff in the civilization, I think this video would be a lot more interesting. But the sad truth is that when people are playing like Terraria and they find something good, you know, and they're not with someone, they're kind of like their mind is celebrating, but they don't say anything. They're just kind of like, they like smile a little. I don't know, whatever. When Crunchy found the Star Fury, it was kind of huge because it was so early, but like that continues to happen later and later.
We're so in. We're actually so in.
Also, sometimes people just don't want to talk to each other or hang out at bases. Like what happens a lot is everyone is out doing progression, and so there's never any like coalescence of people at a base to do like a cool speech. This video has like notably less speeches in it because all of the speeches that would be happening just like aren't happening because people don't need to be around each other at all times. That's why there's also less bases than you would expect in a Minecraft civilization, but you know.
Someone named Playering, one of Eco's original soldiers from the ice raid, had found what he needed. But Playering didn't just bring home magic missiles and blue moons. He had something to speak with Eco about. After using the rest of the state's iron to dispatch the rail team, he went to go meet with Playering to discuss the dungeon loot.
This is okay. Wait. I accidentally went forward.
No.
This is where I would have had Eco talk to Fran. Fran, those voice lines that you didn't get. This is where I would have had Eco talk to Fran about the rail traps and foreshadow it, but I thought it was just out of place. It made the rail trap like a little less interesting when it happened. That being said, it also does draw suspicion to Astral because Astral's standing right here too once again. Like Astral and Fran show up at Eco at the most suspicious times ever. It's absolutely crazy.
He's up here, I think. There he is. I brought you the Eco.
Blue moon, a cobalt shield, a magic missile.
Yeah, this is once again. Everyone is pink because the background is a blood moon. And then this is all edited over because this gets built later.
Same chest. I looted 3 chests on that. I also got 2.
But Eco was focused on one thing.
This is Eco's, I think, only voice line in the entire civilization.
Did you get the shadow key?
Because he never says, "Did you get the shadow key?" Even though that's definitely what he was looking for. Hold on, let me turn my light up a little bit. It's getting darker in where I live. It's too red. I have a white one here in here somewhere. We're taking a wall lights pause, guys. Okay, that's the right one. The camera should adjust to that. I've upgraded my camera for those of you who've watched my streams before. All right, let's continue.
After seeing Warby's death message, Eco began to form a plan. If their side was truly in disarray, like Crunchy alluded to, he had an opportunity. He would never be able to take the left with raw force, and he had yet a reason to. But preparation was always in order, and should he be able to finish looting hell before the walls dropped, he had an idea. If he could organize a team to secretly raid the right side's unopened shadow...
I spam this animation once again because it's so clean.
Shadow chest, using the shadow key, he could control nearly every powerful weapon in the world. And in war, weapons are currency. Securing the coalition a future unrivaled, even if he had to go to war. In general, all was going well.
This is kind of his actual thought process. Was let's get this as early as possible. He never says it out loud, like, so I have to voice it over, but that really is what he's thinking.
Most people liked him.
Yeah, you have the sun on your chest and you have the ground of the...
This is Playering talking. Playering is not saying this to him. I just edited it over that so like it would, work with the story.
The red. Ew, that's it.
It's actually really perfect. This tiny detail right here. Okay, I don't like how my camera is doing this. Can I? How do I change the exposure on it? Anybody know how the Sony EV10 works? All right, whatever. I'll do that later. Okay, so this is a really important part because Playering alludes to Eco like he's like the Solaris King or whatever. And then I allude to it, which supports the actual fact that the whole like twist later in the video. But like Playering just says that offhand, and he did not need to say that, and it was so helpful that he did. It's actually ridiculous, and he says that at some other time. Obviously, the audio is edited on top of this clip, like Dragonflesh is saying it to him, but it's cornball, but it works so perfectly.
Some people even liked him a little too much. liked him a little too much, as far as to praise him like a god.
I'm gonna make a.
So what I did, right here, you literally cannot tell and would never be able to tell, but his, Fran's cursor is a huge giveaway to the fact that he's the bomber the entire time. So I had to do a lot of really weird finagling to figure out how to, like, hide his cursor. So right here is a box
church.
Of
You
like,
should all pray to our god.
of like
Solaris.
a box
He's
screenshot
a beautiful
or something.
and bountiful god.
That or him it's like Solaris, off screen, in but reference to his shining presence. Literally, right. I show Fran's POV right after the first bombing, and you can see the cursor, but it's in the sky.
When I was in the mine and the greatest depths of my hunger, I received a blessing from Solaris. A single morsel of food to keep me going to the surface.
I could use.
Oh, actually, the reason this is so zoomed in is because when Fran's building his church, you can see his cursor again, and I needed people to not see that. That night, the final stretch of the minecart track that stretched across the left side of the world was complete. It was safe to say that Eco's plans were moving along very smoothly. He had made many a deal that day, and the next morning, he expected to do... That's a little bit of a point break, or not point break. It's a little bit of a, like, progression break that Eco's using a Dark Lance in that clip. Because I haven't really said Eco looted hell yet, but whatever. Very much the same, which is why the first one came as a... Yeah, see, so here's his rainbow cursor texture pack, which turned out to be a huge problem. Surprise. Obviously, Fran is censored in this spot. And, you know, that's all fine. But his cursor's also visible and on his screen at all times, so I basically can't use his footage until later. But I need to use his footage to keep him as, like, an important character. I really do not like how the brightness is changing on this fucking chud light. If anything in my room that would... Okay, wait, let me turn my ceiling lights on. Where's my phone? Here we go. Hold on, guys. I have these lights that's controlled by an app on my phone, bro. We are living in 2030. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag 2016. Okay, that did not help my lighting situation at all. Maybe if I make it white. Yeah, that didn't help either. Okay, that was a waste of time. Okay, back to Fran. What the fuck are we talking about? Angry Birds. Somebody did fucking Angry Birds Boulder texture pack. Oh yeah, in the last video. That one was so good. That's OG. I think that was playering. Camera focus going away by the second. Bro, this is the first time I've ever streamed. This is the first time I've debuted this camera. You guys gotta let me live. I'll figure it out off stream later. Just deal with my fucking weird camera blur. Boom! And then the first rail bombing happens, and Sylvie figures it out.
What?
And Dragonflesh is standing over there.
The tombstones that they
and then
died
it's
from
actually perfect.
explosives?
Red Lunatic walks by with almost the exact same kit as Fran, just Someone because had come out of the dungeon.
He
He didn't even realize, by the way. He told me this later, but he didn't even realize that that someone has been bombed right here.
And laid an explosive in order to kill one of Eco's builders. Almost as soon
Oh, and here's the fun part.
as soon as the railways
So
were
what I decided to do... Okay, can this
complete,
fucking
they
work,
became
please?
in order.
And what I decided to do is right
Eco's
after this clip,
builders.
just in case people were going to try to cheese it with the cursor, in Insidious's POV, I snuck in a fake cursor over his real cursor that was Fran's. So if people were like, oh, I figured out who it was because of the cursor and it ruined the entire thing, well, I fucking lied to them. Because this cursor is not real, and it's a layer into the new one.
Almost as soon as the railways were complete, they became a subject of huge
And then
concern.
it's really, really obvious in their face, so it's a
Guys,
giant,
careful on the
super
tracks,
mega
alright,
red
on the
herring.
tracks. Careful on the tracks.
Already on his way to the dungeon to fish, Eco requested to see the tracks immediately. He would never be able to put into action
Okay,
his
so
plan.
that's all the bombings that happen on day one, and then basically nothing else happens for day one except for Eco fishing in the dungeon. So
And
I sort of
if
wrap it up by saying like, oh,
his
Eco
team
is
was the one in
fucking
disarray,
no,
but
he's
there was
so
very
scared.
little he could do on the map.
And so everyone
that
just dungeon fishes because that's what they need.
On the right
And then
side,
I cut back to
Darby was
Darby.
back in business. He was able to make amends with a lot of the people on the right side.
And then I say he make amends, but really since the beginning, they've always been fine with him.
After he came back from the Shimmer trip. After Crunchy had gone on his own ventures, a lot of the people under him were just looking for someone to lead them. And with the loot from the Shimmer,
This is a great shot because there's so many people on screen and
they were all
moving.
okay with Darby coming back.
Station right here, Darby.
Unfortunately, even though there's like 30 people on screen right now, they don't have a cool base. Like, there's never an instance where there's a cool base on screen and 30 people on screen, which is like the ultimate gold for making a YouTube video. So I just fucking balled.
Together.
And truth be told, this was mostly at the hands of Crunchy, who'd seen
That's
it
not
fit
true.
to
I'm
try
just
and
lying.
play both sides.
Truth be not fucking told, because I'm lying.
Keeping an alliance with Eco, but also not getting on Darby's bad
Look,
side.
I used the animation again.
If Darby and Eco would fight it out when the walls dropped, he could swoop in and become the total victor. All he needed to do was convince Darby that Eco was the problem.
Weird.
Total victor. All he needed to do was convince
This is true, by the way. Crunchy kind of was planning on that.
Darby,
I think. You had an epic cool base in the first video. Yeah, I forgot that was your epic cool base. Yeah, I would have just built another base because, you know, it's a civilization.
Eco was the problem.
Team 1. That's something we really got to discuss.
This is a real conversation. Like, they were pretty
What's
afraid
it
of
looking
Team
like?
I think they want to kill us.
Oh, yeah.
And then Crunchy, even though he's like being truthful here, happens to also say something that aligns with the motive that I'm giving him.
Finally back for good, Darby was interested in the beginning of day 2 to see if he could bargain for a shadow key.
So this is day 2. This is when it cuts to the second session. There's 3 sessions. Session 1 is 35 minutes. Session 2 is right up until basically the final fight. And then session 3 is pretty much the final fight.
Knowing the power dynamic, his initial goal was to hold the Nightmare Pickaxe over Eco.
Oh, both of you are here.
Yeah, you're the leader, but like
I'm sick.
Eco has such a tense conversation with Darby here. He's like, yeah, but you're not good at the game. It's kind of funny.
you're not the best VP on your team, right? And you know that.
Eco knew through Crunchy that Darby
Yo, that is not elite ball knowledge. It's just Hunter x Hunter, right? In fact, I knew for a fact that they didn't want to kill us. Ooh, okay. So I was kind of right then that you were like orchestrating a war between people.
Darby's policy was to kill anyone on his side that wasn't on his team. So everyone who was on his team must have been too weak to stand up to Kleptify. And Eco
did not know this.
Knew that Crunchy
Eco still thinks Darby is
was
good
able to
and has like
exile
a team.
Kleptify, struggling
The altars and
at the beginning.
And then they try to do this. They try to do this like whole shadow key debacle.
it wasn't what it was. I said that's what we both need, not that's the trade I want to do.
But I want to be clear. I'm probably not gonna trade a shadow key for access to a demon altar.
But can you
know what? We're setting up some builds right now. We could have like a meeting and
Even though he wouldn't trade,
We're setting up some builds right now. Yeah, and they're the only ones setting up builds right now.
he was still interested in a partnership, given that he had the opportunity. He had also a Nightmare Pickaxe over Eco to holding the only thing that would make Eco more lenient.
So what you're trying to say is that if we go into your side,
As soon as he
As I have the advantage.
Oh, by the way,
which is on my miss.
Goozilla, I'm confident that I will never say that right. Said this in the comments and I read it. I don't know if I hearted it or not, but they is not a like advisor to Eco. He was just there. They were just there talking to him.
But I don't think it's really necessary for
Like Eco's just talking to. In his mind, he's just talking to a random
us to
person.
start a war. Like, we have the advantage. We have the player count.
I'm planning to start a war right now.
We won't progress with the corruption stuff, and they won't progress with the shadow key stuff. So you're still on equal grounds.
This was true. Eco's coalition consisted.
Thank you, by the way, for laying that all out, because something that you severely lack when you're editing these things is people just straight up saying shit out loud that's happening, and that tends to be actually really, really useful.
Seen Eco's numbers. As a matter of fact, Crunchy had just started his own campaign and was in dealings with a 4th jungle nation, which had yet to be acknowledged by the rest of the world. After declaring himself an independent state, he went out to the beach, bringing his colony with him, and set up camp. Like Crunchy, Eco was also focused on domestic.
Okay, so I kind of forget how this goes down. Crunchy does bring out a bunch of people to his base. I don't remember when the split happens between Darby and Crunchy on the right side, but it does happen at some point.
Bringing his colony with him and set up camp. Like Crunchy, Eco was also focused on domestic disputes. After the bombing, suspicion was being thrown everywhere, even at his closest friends. While traveling home from the meeting, he talked with Astral, one of the players who'd been with him since the beginning.
Well, if you have something to tell to me, you can speak about it right now if you want, unless you want more secrecy for whatever reason.
I'm just wondering
This
about,
is crazy.
like, who could have done the murdering on the train.
Do you have any ideas?
Yeah, I have.
Eco's using binoculars here to see if there's anyone listening to them. Very smart, in my opinion.
I have a couple. I'm just don't want to make sure they're nearby when I say it. Okay.
Crunchy, you went out to the beach because you wanted purple dye and people happen to be there already. That's really funny because in the video I said like you took everyone out there. So that's some bullshit too, I guess.
So I'm personally thinking playering or Fran.
Huh?
This was crazy. This was so perfect. Not only because Fran showed up, but because Fran and Playering were like important characters of the story. Like if he said like I'm thinking Terraria Mage and Oddfish, it's like they have like 10 seconds of screen time between the two of us. Okay, this exposure thing is really pissing me off right now. Why the fuck am I so dark? Yeah, it was crazy timing when you showed up here.
No, we're speaking.
And then Astral in real time was like, we're speaking about who we should send over to the other side.
To the other.
It's really pretty money.
Side later.
Just as he was discussing with Eco, Fran showed up. And just as quickly, Astral changed the subject.
Yeah, we're just talking about who to send over to the other side. That's the exact reason why I was wondering if we should go somewhere else. Because I can explain my reasons.
So why do you think it's...
Astral told Eco of suspicions of both of them were born of the proxy to the events.
Yeah, he says, and this is perfect too because, well, Astral actually doesn't say that. I say that like I sort of sub in his reasoning, which I forget. But but both Fran and Playering were at the dungeon doing dungeon looting and stuff, and the bombing happened at the dungeon. So it's two very valid guesses as to, yeah. To who the bombings were from.
Soon including Red Lunatic, he said that all three soldiers were in the dungeon around the time of death, and capable of something like this, since as soldiers they had relatively more gear than a builder or civilian. But Eco stood cautious, as this was all coming from someone who he'd already begun to suspect. Heading back to his now finished base in
Boom! And there it is. My favorite build of the entire civilization. I absolutely love this build. But not only was it not complete until really late, no one ever stands in it and helps. So what you're seeing on screen here is really interesting. Basically, I got the world download of the civilization after it was finished, when this was fully built. And I took a video of nothing happening in that world. And Eco, Playering, and Minitoast are standing on top of the unfinished build of this ice castle. And what I did was basically paste in the finished build and then ultra key them out of the original video. So there's like, it's really hard to tell, but like right here, this beam ended up being a different thing, which is why it doesn't match to like right how well here does or something. It's really cool, but basically they stand on top of what they think is a pillar, because this does not exist yet. So Eco, Playering, and Minitoast are just standing on top of a pillar, basically, that Ponky is in the process of building. But to the audience, it looks like they're standing inside the finished castle.
In his home,
which is why that there's this like really, really weird like white outline to all of them. And also why Ponky's name gets cut off
met with a few
in a
of the
few
very
spots
people
right
he'd
here.
been talking about. Since Darby
Also why
had an
Galvantula
idea that
literally disappears right here, because all of this needed to be cut in and did not exist
might
yet.
raid the underworld, he needed to discuss with the people who he'd planned on sending down there.
Well, I'm still thinking about...
This is so perfect too, because it's like the ice team and the fishing coalition team.
Because I just talked to Darby. The first thing he said to me is that if we loot any shadow chests without them there...
What's so cool about this too is that if I just cut, I can replay the clip again, and it looks like the clip is longer than it actually is.
It's gonna look really bad for us. I said that I'm
Wait, Lord of It, didn't you tell him to bomb people?
obviously not going to trade access to a
Don't play.
demon hunter for our shadow.
Swear the fishing coalition was like 5 people. Everyone else got grouped in because we needed fishing loot. Yep, that is the truth, probably.
Okay, he understands
We
that.
only need their
Is that Kristen? What's up, Kristen? That's an IRL. What's up? We're talking about the Civilization YouTube video right now.
land, not.
You want to know something cool? Here, I just explained this, but I'm gonna explain it again. Well, I don't know how much you know about Terraria, so it actually might be lost on you. Never mind. I'll just keep watching.
Riches, in a way.
Eco, listen. I have a plan. We're not gonna.
Oh yeah, look at this fade in, bro. It's so bad. It's the same clip. I just needed it to be played over again.
We're not.
So this is not a screenshot. This is like a. Oh my god, I don't even know. It's Mini Toast, I think, who proposed the chest lock plan. But he hovers over the chest lock in his inventory for like genuinely like 3 I already did shout you. Okay, go follow Kristen's music channel. She makes great music. There's some genuine music gem. There's music gem. You can see her @ in the chat. Anyway, this is not a screenshot. This is a like a clip slowed down to like 2% speed.
Gonna touch
which
them.
is my why
We're gonna have to go
which is
somewhere
why it
more
doesn't
private.
move at all. But I just didn't have the bandwidth to make a screenshot because I had already done all this ultra keying for the background. It was so
Alright.
weird.
Elaborate.
All we need is to use a shadow key.
And then this is real. They actually do go down to like cave to discuss this with the like inner group of players.
And
It's
then these
pretty
chest
awesome.
locks, And they'll never.
Someone pooped on my car. That's what the fuck? What?
Right. They're
I how does that happen?
never gonna see it.
Yeah,
Alright?
Galv, you were there. Exactly.
So
How many
look,
chest
this
locks
will
do you have?
never get out to Team 2. This is completely private knowledge.
Eco would
Friend, wow,
never
EJ reference?
have to trade a shadow key, and he
Like it had to be human.
get all the loot
Bro, you're stealing my thunder right now. That's an insane ass story. What?
that he needed, on the sole condition that the right
Go
side
subscribe to Kristen. Go subscribe to Kristen. I'll give you guys like 10 seconds to go do that. She's the GOAT, bro. She's gonna be as big as like Taylor Swift or some shit one day.
I'd never possess a shadow key. It almost seemed too perfect to be true. And that's when the second bomb.
And that's actually when the second bomb went off, by the way. I'm so dead ass. That's actually when it happened. Eco goes up immediately, but that's not like a lie. Like sometimes I kind of like mess with the timeline a little bit. The second bomb does go off right then.
He just exploded. Look, that gap, there was an explosive on the on the cart.
Oh, not again, bro.
Yeah, this is perfect.
God damn it.
Yeah,
No.
and everyone running through the loot because they need the loot too.
No.
That's pretty crazy.
That's no.
Does somebody have a chest?
For the second time, even though the walls had yet to drop, this was incredibly been murked.
Okay, yeah.
Eco.
So
It wasn't
so
just a
Eco
ra-
and playering. Someone starts throwing. Oh, here it is. You actually see it if I move my face cam. Hold on. Someone throws dynamite down from the fishing coalition. That's completely unrelated to the bombing. Like 100% unrelated to the bombing. But Eco and playering see that and they're like, oh, so the bombing must have come from above because they don't know it's like a rail trap thing yet. It's just genuinely randomly thrown from above. And then they go and interrogate the
becoming a
fishing
chain.
island.
I will get
And I cut it out because nothing fucking happens with it. Like they go up there and they're like, who threw that bomb? Who threw that dynamite? Who threw that dynamite? Like, and they're ready to like kill someone. They're like death squad because they're TPVPA. And like no one admits to throwing the bomb. It's so whack. This is also hilarious, by the way. My goat, Sammy. Oh, Kristen, if you're still watching, this is Sammy playing. This is Sammy playing in the event. He's 50 eggs.
hours to their funeral.
The chain was.
And then he says like, Kristen knows Sammy in real life. And then he's like, yeah, I'll get my assistant to send flowers to their funeral.
Becoming
He's the
apparent.
goat, bro. He's so
the big time
funny.
builder was killed with a rigged train explosive.
This
So-
is true. I probably should have given a little more credit to Dizipix because they did a lot of good work, but I say big time builder. Anyway, this is
Eco
player
went up to
Eco
the fishing island
going
to
up
ask if they'd seen
immediately to go
anyone.
like,
We gotta find out who's doing
Who
this.
did
Without finding
this?
anything in the fishing island, they retreated.
and so I just cut to whatever.
Like a murder mystery, bro.
Oh,
I'm
I
scared.
don't
I'm
need
scared.
And then playing says it's unprompted. Thank you, bro. This
Scared
is
as
so
fuck, bro. I
money.
don't wanna get blown up.
it seemed like
He's
the
like, it's a murder mystery out here.
left side would have none other than
This is not a
murder
voice line. He genuinely says
mystery on their hands.
Fucking Bay Harbor detonator over here.
fucking Bay Harbor detonator over here. And then this is also true. Like he finds an explosive in real time. And then saves Marcus from being fucking killed by it. Like, this is another one that Fran has set. And Marcus is like so close to being exploded.
Explosive, bro. Someone has said someone.
But okay. I need you guys to remember this because later in the video, Marcus, after Playering saves him from a bomb, Marcus is like, "Yo, it must be Playering." I think I grilled him in my general chat at one point, but it was so funny.
Someone's setting up explosives here. What the fuck? This right here was an explosive trap. I just got rid of it. Yeah, this was an explosive trap. Be careful.
Thanks.
Watch
Oh
out,
my
bro.
goodness.
Playering has a good arc, bro, because in the last video he's like moving like King Von. He has a good arc.
Yeah, I was there just now.
It was true. They had a murder mystery, but the only person with hard evidence was Playering, so he went as fast as he could to his fellow soldier, Mini Toast.
So I found an explosive trap, like an actual one. Someone had set up an explosive trap on the surface. And also Dizzypic got blown up himself.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm holding out a pressure plate all the time now. Like while I was disarming it, a guy almost stepped on it. Like, bro, we gotta be careful.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, bro. There's a murder mystery.
My eyes out for anyone setting any traps.
Just hold out a pressure plate. Toast, I have a pressure plate. Do you want to?
Yeah, I have some wires.
Holding out a pressure plate would allow them to see wires and thereby traps.
I'm gonna tell you
put on the
about this.
suspect list for that one voiceover line I never mentioned again.
But as the team congregated,
friend killed Dizzypix. That was the bomb.
At the ice base, another blood moon silently began. And the moon wouldn't be the only thing that turned to blood.
A blood moon didn't begin. A normal night began, and someone used a fucking bloody tear. And then my goat 50 eggs, he's like, that's ominous. And then this is the crazy part. Like, this whole bombing kind of makes sense. It's like, obviously, Fran has set this up. If you look, there's this guy named Satoru Gojo right next to 50 eggs. Right when he hits it, and they both run into the fucking explosion radius. And they both die. It's insane. It's like, holy fuck. And Umbra watches the whole thing and he just does not say anything. He's like, what the fuck happened?
Another 2 players had been taken out.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna report this to you. I found an explosive trap on the floor, like on the ground, not on the rail track. I found one on the floor and I disarmed it.
Eco, do you have wiring production?
Eco moves as fast as he can to find the place. And then Umbra's not talking for some reason, so Eco has to be like, oh, I found the place where they died.
Oh. Okay, no, there's no way nobody saw it. There was okay.
Yeah, you can tell.
One of you guys must have been there.
Yeah.
And they just happened to. We need to get everybody.
Eyes on everyone and try to
Umbra is just not helpful.
Rule out anyone he could.
Unfortunately, he was an interesting character, but he just did not talk to Eco that much.
He suggested that the coalition all return.
That's another problem with the civilization as a general matter, because people sometimes would just not say anything, which is really annoying. Like, talking is there was a reason that I had a checkbox for like, are you extroverted? Because sometimes people just didn't talk.
To their respective homes in order.
Oh yeah, 50 eggs is penguin. I love that. That was such a good bit.
To be safe for that night, him included. And on the way, more suspicions were once again brought to the table.
My main suspicion right now, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if they're here.
Once again,
I think
binoculars.
it might be Astro. And the reason why I think
and then Eco thinks it's Astral.
that is because he came up to me and he told me that it might be either you or Fran.
And this is Eco talking about when Astral told him that it was either Playering
you were
or
in
Fran.
the dungeon first or something like that.
There's layers to this shit. There's layers.
And I think he's trying to lead me astray.
Not only was he throwing blame early, but he also knew the locations of the soldiers as a close friend of Eco, which made pinning the blame on them.
This is Dizzypix's proposed base, which never came to fruition, unfortunately.
After the dungeon discovery, very easy.
Yeah, I would be horrified if Eco got blown up too, because that would totally destroy the video. But he used his grappling hook the entire time. So
and I've been sus of that guy for a bit, because the first thing he ever told me in the event is that he was willing to trade with Darby Deep, and like Darby Deep reached out to him.
Which is totally valid. So everyone thinks it's Astral.
Exclusively.
In the meantime, Playering took Eco to the site of the near 4th bombing.
My left AirPod just died.
Come down here, Eco.
It always
look at this hole. Look at this one by one hole. This is where an explosive was.
Oh.
Despite Eco, Playering made it clear that
and then Playering does this little thing where he's like, Yeah, it's right. It's right here.
This is where an explosive.
As much as I like the magic missile, it is so annoying to listen to. Like the noise that it makes is just fucking bottom 10 noises
Despite
ever.
Eco, Plaring made it clear that he thought it was Fran.
Yeah, Astral, really, you didn't do anything wrong until you killed the guy at the end.
Since he built a church to Solaris, Fran had been acting weird, and Plaring thought it was a cover act. But before he could say that, once again...
Bro, and then Fran shows up again. It's actually crazy. This guy has fucking, like, a sixth sense for showing up at the wrong time. And Fran's the real killer, so this was actually ridiculous.
Showed up.
What are you guys doing?
And then, almost on cue, Astral showed up.
Got nothing from dungeon.
And then Astral shows up!
We might try to get dungeon.
Terraria Mage was hardly human. Magic Missile and Magic Mirror competing the worst Terraria sound effect of all time. Yeah. Chat, there's a lot of annoying ass sounds in Terraria, I'm not gonna lie.
Anyway, you can. Oh, hey, Astro.
Eco, what happened?
Oh, this is the only time that you can see
trying to get done
50
anyway,
Eggs'
you can.
penguin.
Okay.
This is house on the left. It's
Yeah,
never really mentioned because it's not too story
Eco,
relevant.
what happened?
But there's a really funny bit because this penguin is named like godson of the king or something. It's so good.
Down in the dungeon for like
Yeah, 49 eggs. 49 eggs. Godson of the fish king. That's it.
20 minutes, and I just saw loads.
I'd argue the most annoying sound in Terraria is the prox chat. Yeah, if the player's name is Darby Deep.
They're getting blown the fuck up.
And they were at spawn this time. And
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
people,
Yep,
like,
and
actually
they
see
do
them
their
there. Well, he just
conversing.
stepped on the dynamite trap again and
Bringing the conversation to a screeching halt, Astral traveled back with them to the base.
Magic Mirror is absurdly loud. I can feel my eardrums whenever I use it. Yeah, truth.
But yeah, with everything going on, I want to stay close to people.
Amidst keeping his distance from
Bro, I glazed the fuck out of this castle. I just zoom in on it slowly so many times over this video.
Yeah, with
because it looks so cool. Did you guys know that Personette who's doing the building, she's built for like a bunch of other Terraria YouTubers and did building for Terraria Gladiator. She's like the best in class. It's genuinely ridiculous.
Thing going on, I want to stay close to people.
And we had her for the civilization.
keeping his distance from Astral, Eco sent his soldiers
And then we have Fran's
Just
Chud
a scout.
Church. Oh, this is actually great foreshadowing. Before I forget, Fran's church. This is when Plaring sees that Fran's church is wired up with blue wiring, and Fran is the only one to use blue wiring. So this is like the Yeah. Good night, Relentless. Thanks for coming out to chat. You did use red and blue wires, but it really was cool when Plaring is like, I figured out Fran because of the blue wires. Like that's a good story beat. I can't lie.
for more bombs. He just wanted to make sure
A red
his
spy
side was
is in the
safe.
base.
Traveling
Yes,
even as
exactly.
far as the beach, none of them found anything.
Yo,
You guys know anything about the bombing situation or what?
bombing situation?
Yeah, these guys. Oh man, who's down there? It's
None of them
it's
found
Aaron
anything.
and
Yo.
Blue IC40. Man, they just had this whole thing going on in the ocean and just did not do anything the entire time. It's sad because some people did live to the end, but just like were not pertinent to the story at all.
You guys know anything about the
have a
bombing
leader
situation?
As much as
or
I
what?
would have loved
Bombing situation?
for them
They're
to be
getting
in there
blown
because
up.
there's some great builds
Is
out
that how
here.
everyone died?
Yes.
It wasn't long before the walls dropped, and there was still a lot to be done. Yet, as much as he wanted to prosecute someone, he didn't have enough evidence.
There's this hilarious clip where someone dies like and
I don't
leaves
know
like a
if
fight
bro,
area.
that Astro guy
I'll
is
show
so
you guys that
fucking
after the
sus. We
video.
can probably assume that whoever's doing this is also like on their side, and there's also probably like an insider, and they're probably the same person.
There's not an insider. Okay, in case it wasn't clear, and I realize I haven't said this. So the Solarian Union and the whole twist at the end of the video, it's really cool. I love it. I'm glad it came to fruition and everyone involved in it agreed that it was a cool twist. It's not what happened, and it's probably the biggest lie of the entire video. Franwow is killing to kill, basically. Like, there's a little bit of church stuff going on with him, which is how I connected it to the whole temple stuff if you've watched the video. But he's genuinely killing to kill. So when Ego's talking about like it's someone on the other side, like in the video lore it is someone on the other side, but it's not Darby. And in the non-video lore, it's Franwow, who's not playing a double side, who's just killing to kill. So in both situations, Eco's kind of wrong here, but kind of right.
But just as the team was considering evidence against him,
Yeah,
Look, and then Astral shows up again. Genuinely, and this is one of the craziest parts in the video, because Astral, who, right now, everyone who's watching this video, their prime suspect is like, oh, I think it's Astral because he was like the guy from the beginning. You're giving him a lot of screen time. He keeps showing up at weird times. And then Astral, unprompted, goes up and asks Eco, like, who his heir to the king is. Right after Eco and Playering talk about how they think it's Astral.
Eco, are we hosting a meeting soon?
Well, if it's about the explosion traps, then I don't think.
Astral's like, are we hosting a meeting soon? He says all this suspicious stuff, and it's not even him. He's just doing it for the love of the game, bro. It's genuinely ridiculous.
We don't have any proof of anybody being the culprit, and I don't want to do like a trial before having some evidence.
Yeah, this shot's a little pissy. Kind of low quality. I wish it was high quality.
Regardless if he was the culprit, his next question would not.
It's another layout, like a overlay shot where I have multiple screens in one and then do the background thing, because Astral just stands here and it's kind of cool to watch, but it really did not help his case. Like, it was not that cool.
Like a worst case scenario, who's gonna take over?
Like if I die, something like that. I'm not.
Astral.
I guess
the player who'd been in contact with Darby,
good.
and the player who threw blame as early as possible was only digging his original stance. The killer could be anyone. No problem.
Oh.
Else
This
advising
is
him.
some genuine
held strong
cinema.
in his original
I'm about to say
stance. The
killer could be anyone. Right as Fran shows up on screen. Okay, I know. It's pretty good. That's the type of shit that like a movie director would do, or like AOT level foreshadowing. I'm glazing myself, but I'm very proud of that detail.
Could be anyone. No prosecution without evidence. But as
Okay, actually, as much as I'm hating on Fran, the church build was pretty good. It was fun to watch.
he made the rounds to his beneficiaries, he couldn't help but wonder if his position was holding him back from peace.
Bro, there you are. Bro, I got literal evidence.
You have evidence?
I have literal evidence.
What?
And it's
I picked up the pressure.
like a pressure plate.
The pressure plate mine tracks.
Oh, do you know who placed it?
That I do not know.
Oh, did anybody see anyone going that way?
You did a
Who,
nicer
like,
church
could have
plan?
placed it?
And no more leads were presenting themselves. So
Send it in general.
that night, the coalition called for a meeting to make something clear to the right side. Every time someone dies, the coalition is less willing to give up the shadow key. Even though he wasn't sure if Darby was the one behind it all, he knew that the key to them
Yeah, do we have a
to prepare his
find him and tell him?
perfect opportunity.
So yeah, Eco sets up this whole thing where he's like secretly going to go into the hell and like loot it on their side when the walls drop. That's real. That's all. That's all happening.
So if you wanna follow me. So we're trying to scout out for demon altars on the other side of the wall that could like naturally generated. Actually, I have full mine.
The center dropped. But with the plan being a top secret matter, a group began to form. Currently split. Archie was starting his original stance, taking any side.
Yeah,
he
this
could.
is all just me saying stuff, and it's like, oh, everyone's going to the wall. Everyone's going to the wall. Friends making more stuff, and then Red Lunatic is cleared of suspicion because he finds one, and a trap, and lives. Which is pretty impressive, I won't lie. Like this guy.
Well, I just disarmed the trap.
Pretty
A
freaking
civilian
good at
named
Terraria.
Red Lunatic from the fishing coalition
for not
nearly
being part of
died to a
TPVPA.
trap, which he disarmed.
So there.
Just quickly.
I was just going
Why are you
for any other one.
This is crazy to me.
Marcus for real also almost dies in like a last second jump, and then he gets off the minecart. Genuinely dodge. Second time dodging, by the way, because Playering had to save him that other time. But he goes and brings everyone over, and Fran is part of the group that he brings
Barely
over.
died.
And Fran is like, oh, we should mine it. We should mine it.
The unfortunate truth
We
is
should mine
they
it.
were getting more common.
So funny.
Crazy. Wait, let's break this.
Oh, first time, by the way, that I let Fran's cursor back into the fray. So if you're really dead set on figuring it out from the cursor, this is the first time where you can learn that it was Fran. Because not only is it his cursor, he's also holding a wrench.
No, we have to figure out.
Umbra is holding wire
just did
cutters.
this.
And once again, they went completely undetected. It was only a matter of time before someone bit the bullet again. But for now,
that's Operation Bingo Night right there. I think they
completely
were trying to kill a
undetected.
bunch of people.
It was only a matter of time before someone bit the
But it
bullet
never
again.
happened.
But for now, everyone was congregating at the wall.
The walls have already dropped in this shot, by the way, which is why EJK is
Because
on the right
night
side.
would finally drop. Despite the massive group of players.
Yeah, so nobody really went in and out of the wall too much at this point. They were mostly oh man, hold on. Okay. We're good, never mind.
Players at the wall.
The wall title card. Damn, I was targeted not during that game. We were allowed to chat on Discord once the event started. Yes. True. Or at least it was discouraged because most of the chatting we wanted to happen within the actual event.
Everyone was reluctant to cross.
Covering with even
no one
stone
really
is so
had a
funny.
reason to.
Yeah.
The coalition on the left didn't want to leave home in their builds.
This is all kind of true too. Like nobody really wanted to go over, except for EJK.
Knowing that the other side was
who wanted
never
to
very
build
friendly.
rails
And
across
both
the entire
Crunchy
world.
and Darby's team wanted nothing to do with the many bombings they had heard about going off on the left.
Penguin is in both these shots, by the way. He's literally here and here.
Correctly imagining that the place was simply a minefield.
Like these
It
are
wasn't until
happening at different times.
a brave player named EKJ crossed that the tensions eased. As the leader of the
EKJ, the
Continental
goat.
Railway project, he was interested in continuing his passion on the other side, making the railway
Continuing his
intercontinental.
He was so tough, bro.
Yeah, bro, I need to get
The
some
walls
stuff.
dropped.
And then White Master's like, "How the fuck do you get over here?" Because he's the only person who decides to go over. Absolutely, it's absolute cinema, is what it is. Okay, I'm looking at general. Ooh, that church is interesting.
The walls are down.
They did?
Oh.
EKJ,
Seemingly
the
unharmed,
goat.
he
Yes,
continued his
I love
mission.
him too.
Once he was revealed,
I could die. A sign that we do not do war.
the wall
It's
dropped.
probably the most zoomed in I get the entire time.
Eco arrived the next day. No lives had been claimed.
Alright, let's see what they're saying.
Oh yeah, the walls are off. Let's go find
Yeah,
them.
so Eco playering and all his goons.
What the fuck?
It's okay.
He sends them all down, and then Eco's actually late to the wall drop because he was down there.
Wouldn't be for long.
This is all legit stuff. The reason I'm kind of skipping through it is because it's, you know, you guys have seen it. I'm just recapping it right now. It's basically going down as I say it's going down.
Oh, what are you doing, bro?
Go back.
And then Darby finds EJK, and Darby, being Darby, is like, you know. Oh, someone just said TSO. Oh, are you talking about the church? I wasn't gonna say it. Sorry, I'm looking at general stream. Okay, back to the. By the way, shuttle Discord plug. I think I have it pinned right now. Go join my Discord. Lots of fun stuff happens. It's like a stream if the stream was always happening, and there was always a general chat for you to talk and say stuff in. But yeah, EKJ or EJK, man, I get that confused every single time. Really did just want to build his rails, but Darby being Darby, just wait, it's not pinned. Okay, we're taking another tangent. I'm going to use my second monitor and pin this really quick. Everyone, this is my this is OG. You guys, if you guys remember, everyone count to 10 in chat. This is my this is while I figure this out. Count to 10. Let's see if we can get there. Wait, hold on. Okay, this one, invite to server, copy. Good job, guys. I see you're getting very close. Okay, now somebody wait, stop. No. Stop. I have to click on the stop sending stuff. I have to click on the fucking chat message. Pin. Okay. How'd I do? Is it pinned? Guys, I love the numbers that I love every number that's not 6, 7. I hate that one. That one's stupid. But please, let's calm down. Let's calm down here. Okay?
Back over to your side.
Not pinned. It is pinned. I literally see it. It says it's pinned. You guys are lying. It is. Thank you. It
Darby
definitely
noticed
is
that Eco
pinned. Thank you, Red Lunatic.
was not present at the wall drop, and hence was no longer allowing visits out of caution.
He said,
Get a team in hell.
Yeah, and then
But it was too late for
EKJ.
him
By
to
the way, he's Brazilian. Absolute goat.
pull them out.
I told Darby Deep that I want to meet
I
up with
fucking
him,
love Brazil.
but I don't.
But there were a few people who had come
Oh, here's
over.
another one. So
Known
so
from
this
the
is the
left
first
side-
time I used the modern map, even though that it's pretty obvious that I just dragged my character across the entire thing to reveal it all. But this is probably one of the biggest like edits that I did
Had
straight
gone to
away.
the right, except for the
I
hell
go
team.
animate
But
this
there
here,
were a few people who had
animate
come
this
over from
here,
the right to the left.
and then I'm talking about Terraria Mage who went to the Fishing Coalition.
Earlier that
and that's
morning,
that's where this like B plot kind of starts.
a player named Terraria Mage was invited to the fishing island.
Oh! Another thing that I forgot because I'm a washed live streamer and I used to say this all the time, but I just remembered it now. Like the live stream because that helps push it for some reason. I Like Cheese told me that, and he's the goat at live streaming. I say totally seriously, but remember to like the live stream because that helps push it out to my other subscribers who could be watching this.
By Astral himself. He didn't speak, but he was already getting on people's nerves.
He didn't speak, but he was already getting on people's nerves. He accidentally swings the volcano. Everyone is obviously mad at him. And then he also is using emojis instead of talking in chat. By the way, there was a requirement to use your mic for this event. Like, Terraria Mage is supposed to be talking. I don't think I ever let him in, like, on a special condition at all. Maybe there was one or two people that I did let in on a special condition for not talking because I thought their, like, recording was good or something. But he just doesn't talk and accidentally became an important character, so... You know, it's unfortunate. Next time we'll have everyone be talking, though, so don't worry about it.
What the hell was that?
That did a lot of damage.
Even if it was a misclick, he had... So when he tried to leave...
Yeah, and then this is crazy. The bombing happens right as Terraria Mage like goes near it, and then he has the absolute worst cover up because he's like, question mark? After hitting some people on the Fishing Coalition.
oh shit, what happened?
I have no clue. I don't know who this is.
They had necro armor. It had to have been someone from our side. Explain what happened
they have
now.
a blue moon too.
Explain what vicious
That
the
means
second
it
you
must,
run off when we
it must
find
have
you.
come from the
someone's
top
dead.
of our trek then. Oh wait, there's more up here. There's more up here. Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on.
so the bombing doesn't happen here. It happens on a track above this.
The trapper.
I don't know. This was one of my people. This is a mini shark and a mechanic fishing rod. I gave it to them. Who did this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I forget,
I'm just
I
saying
forget
that
who
they-
dies. I forget who dies here, but it's someone.
They have boulders.
Shark and the
And Terra Mage
Yeah,
is
and
magically
Astral
in the-
becomes convinced that it's
at
Terraria
the
Mage.
scene.
That being said, the whole video, all the viewers still think it is Astral right now. So they're probably thinking Astral is doing this like for some reason to pin the blame on someone else. But truthfully, he just thinks it's Terraria Mage.
When no one was watching. Him.
Yes, Fran, all of them are yours, bro.
You can say dude as much as
There's
you like.
never not a Fran bomb, except for when Syphilin dies to Ghost Girl. But I'll get to that later.
This does not look good on you at all.
This is a murder scene. You guys better keep it
You just have
stepping,
beef
bro.
with him?
Amidst the chaos,
No, it was so
Eco was
funny.
still trying to figure out what to do about his prime suspect, Darby Deep.
I'm still
Bro,
thinking
Fran,
of
you're an
the-
absolute chud for writing poo, by the way. Like, this is all over the important footage that I need here. I misspelled your name. RG Spin Goat? How did I misspell it? Wait, how did I misspell it? Wait, where? Oh, you mean in the death message?
Give me a second.
Were you the one who just died there?
I know what.
Player that they just been.
RG Spin Goat? No, I spelled it right. RG Spin Goat. I mean, if you mean by misspelling the S being capitalized.
What happened here?
It's Spin Goat. Oh, did I put a 2 G's in there? Okay, I put 2 G's in there. That's what happened. Okay. All right, back to where we were.
Still trying to crew. To Darby's good fortune, he was the only other player with a shadow key, operating quietly.
Yeah, this is when Darby and Red Lunatic are revealed to have some stuff going on behind the
Their
scenes,
connection
even though nothing really becomes of that
lasted
at all.
for a while. But Darby never had the chance to trade with him. So what was no longer useful to
and this is
Darby
the truth.
was now useful to Crunchy. And in exchange for unification, he gave Crunchy a lead on a shadow key and knowledge of the Hell Raid.
Doesn't look like we're...
This is a lie. Darby just knows this is happening because Red Lunatic told him that, or Darby has just figured it out by like intuition, I think.
I think it's pretty peaceful so far. Yeah, pretty much, but how long can that last? They're looting.
Oh, also, the reason I don't use Darby's footage a lot is because his mic genuinely echoes the entire time. It's fucking crazy. Like, it's kind of downplayed because everyone else's mic is fine, but like...
I think it's pretty peaceful
it's so
far.
whack.
Yeah, pretty much, but how long can that last? They're looting the shadow chests as we
It's
speak.
like, it sounds like that every single time he speaks on his own recording. When it's someone else's recording, it's usually fine.
But Crunchy knew that if he was going to beat the Hell Raid, he had to act fast.
So oh no, I think my right AirPod just... Yep, my right AirPod just died. I gotta switch them. If you're using a Windows computer and you intend to... and you need Bluetooth headphones, never ever buy AirPods Pro Max. They are so bad and so useless with Windows computers. I do have actual headphones, Fran. They're just stupid and useless, and I haven't sold them yet.
Oh, to go pick up
I don't think I knew about the Hell Raid. I think you said at one point, like, they might be doing a Hell Raid, but you didn't know.
Hello. Hi, Crunchy.
For a fact.
Wait, so everybody on this side is...
Oh, this is also a lie. I think Crunchy is just saying stuff here.
Teaming up with you?
Yeah, pretty much.
And
Even
then
though he was fairly
oh,
truthful
did
with
not mean
Eco.
to-
When
that.
Eco asked for Darby, he didn't disclose everything.
I don't...
I'm kind of I'm doing a little bit of like truth by omission, or lying by omission, not truth by omission, lying by omission here.
I don't actually know where he is right now.
Because Crunchy says he doesn't know where Darby is, but he doesn't.
It would buy him more time while Eco
I'm
looked
pretty
for
sure.
Darby. Finally,
Bluetooth is so ass with Windows. I don't think I've ever had a single good experience with Bluetooth headphones on Windows. Genuinely, the thing that makes me most stressed in the whole world is when my headphones won't connect and I need my headphones. Like, there's nothing on the planet that makes me more stressed than that.
past Eco, Crunchy was able to find Arcalis, Red Lunatic's connection. As soon as
That's a lie, by the way. Crunchy was just like that was not Red Lunatic's connection though. That was just someone who decided that he would give him a shadow key, which is so crazy. But
just
that's like a 1 in a million. But that did happen.
time.
Yeah, Red Lunatic, you did not ever talk to that guy, I don't think.
The demon key for it? Yes, please.
Arcalis just is a guy who was good and had a shadow key for some reason and decided to trade with Crunchy.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business.
Yep, pleasure.
Crunchy is like super happy. You can't tell in the video, but he's like, yes, let's fucking go.
Just hold back for.
And he goes immediately to Yrmir, who's, by the way, already switched to the other side. Yrmir's red this time, not because he hasn't joined a team, but he's switched to the other side already.
I have a shadow key.
Oh, shit.
I want to get to hell right now.
Yrmir and Crunchy, I believe, are friends from the last civilization? The last civilization? Holy voice crack.
Now.
Let's go. Follow me.
In only a few minutes, Crunchy was about to become one of...
Yeah, and then this was about to be like a cool plot line until... Oh, what's this bump in the video retention? What could this be?
the most powerful teams in the game,
so
finally being able to rival Eco. And then everyone stopped what they were doing.
Okay, so
not because of Crunchy,
so there's a little bit
but because of something that...
Okay, red herring #1. You see this little Terraria message? Or sorry, okay, can I zoom in on this video? No, I can't. Okay, that's dumb. I wish I could. It's hard to tell, but maybe I can change it here. Wait. This might be tech. Wait, this is tech. This is tech. Okay, you guys see this little tree here? Whenever a real chat message shows up from one of the moderators, it says PV and it does not have a little Terraria symbol. That's herring that's like #1. #2, we were hands off. We did not send any messages at all throughout the entire civilization to as an all chat kind of thing. That never happens. And #3, as me and Matt and all of production are watching Fran's footage because we know he's the bomber and no one else does. We see him go and get an announcement box and we don't do anything about it because we think announcement boxes don't work because they shouldn't work. We tried to ban them, but for some fucking reason, FriendWow managed to place and activate an announcement box and used it for Return to the Wall. And everyone believed him. It was fucking crazy. It was crazy. Showed up in the chat.
Return to the wall. That's ominous.
Absolutely ridiculous. And everyone is like, oh, okay. All right, whatever. Let's return to the wall. And they stop whatever they're doing because they think it's us. They think it's us.
Return to the wall.
Yeah, the announcement boxes, the end of being spammed were funny. That's ball knowledge. Like, me and 2 other people know what you're talking about in chat. This is edited in. If you can see, there's no little tree effect here.
What the fuck?
It's zoomed in slightly because it looks weird.
Who the fuck just said
if
that?
It's not zoomed in. Or actually, you know what it is? It's the audio from when they see the text message, or not text message. It's the audio from when they see the announcement box, but it's not the video because I wanted to show them like opening shadow chests or whatever.
It says return to the.
This is another one that's not real that I edited in. This one is real.
Whoa, what's that? Do we have to go to the wall?
Return to the wall.
Okay, this is kind of crazy. So White Master and Tree of Olives are kind of on a side quest here where they trap the Shimmer for some fucking reason. And they tell this guy, oh my god, I watched this all in real time and it's genuinely hilarious. But there's this guy like who with like no mic and he hardly speaks English. Okay, he does have a mic, but he hardly speaks English and he's like dead set on trying to like live in the Shimmer or something. And White Master and Tree of Olives come down and they're like, we're going to start placing explosives down here. We need to, you know, be safe, whatever. Try not to walk into one. And they start doing that, whatever. And they go to the other side to place like dynamite over here. And back on the other side, the guy who doesn't speak English, I forget his name, but he just fucking walks right into the explosion, bro. It's so sad. And White Master and Tree of Olives are just like, dude, we told him not to do that. And he does it. It's depressing, but it's so funny. It's because they don't really try to tell him not to just walk on the dynamite that they're placing. It's just ridiculous. Dude, those guys are on my team. They did not tell me about this until after they killed someone. They came back. Yo, Crunchy, we got an epic kill for you. Yeah. Yep, I imagine that. It was very funny.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, and then everyone shows up at the wall. So the last death message says that there's probably like 60, no, more than that, probably like 70, 60 people alive. I think at this point there were that many, but a lot of them were just kind of doing their own thing and didn't show up at the wall. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people. And then I guess Darby's crew shows up.
So,
am I welcome?
So it's maybe 20 people of the 60 people who are alive. Even though it looks like it's everyone. So do want you want Matt Savai. What did he say?
What if we all beat the game together?
But yeah, here's Fran, and he's obviously like he's muted for the entire time, but his recording POV, you can hear him like giggling and being like, "Ooh, I'm about to get them! I'm about to get them!" It's so cringe, but it's really funny. Yes, Rico, kaboom! This is probably the most people that were on screen for this, because Crunchy just beats everyone on his side because he was already going to the hell or whatever. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-ish people. Oh yeah, and then I skipped right to it. And this is, I will say, pretty fucking crazy. Fran not only gets 6 kills here, he gets away. And lives. Yeah, I say there's 71 people left. There's probably closer to like 60-ish, and then it cuts down to 55. Boom! And then half the fucking YouTube video and its lore with it is sent straight to hell. And it's hilarious, but it's also crazy. It's just a very weird turn in the story. But you know, it happened to turn out fine. And I don't censor it because
We go downhill.
because like if you really want to know and pause and come back,
Oh my god!
like you can see it. Oh, and then also, oh man, who was this? Someone has an awesome reaction to it. I think it's you. Where he's like
Holy shit.
he's like laughing. I was like, I have to include this in the video.
Fucking hell. Well, that's unexpected.
And then Eco, who's there, has to like spring
Left
into
side
action and do all
spiraling
this.
back into chaos.
You're not leaving, not quite.
Yeah, but you can tell like some people, not everyone is there at the wall because they didn't end up going. So there's like a group here, and then Darby's group, who he's bringing their.
We need eco.
Oh my god!
Oh shit.
What?
Red Lunatic, I know you say you did a good job reacting for the video here, bro. Marcus and Astral did like a 10 out of 10. Like listen to that, bro.
Not quite.
We need eco.
Oh my god!
My God!
What? No!
What?
No!
Stay here.
It's so good. It's so good. Sometimes people like, because it's a Terraria civilization and not everyone's like fully tapped in all the time. Sometimes crazy shit will happen and people just be like, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa," or something, instead of having like a really truthfully crazed, like insane reaction. But it was that was so money. That was so money.
You're part of this investigation now.
Okay, so and then here's pretty much the rest of the story important cast, being led by Darby over to the wall, and he doesn't make it to the wall when this happens, but this is like adds up to probably like 30 people of the 60 people who are alive.
Whoa!
And somehow they'd still manage.
And then I blurred again, and everyone in the comments is like, "Why the fuck do you blur it again?" And because I haven't revealed it yet. Like only the people who like skipped through and checked who it was. I mean, it was a little bit of engagement bait, but truthfully, it was just because I wanted to reveal it later, but I didn't want to have a block, like a black block, over one of the people standing next to the wall. It just worked out so that some people would complain about it, but whatever.
Whoa!
And somehow they'd still manage to.
The blur becomes before the cut.
Whoa!
Did I? Okay, so hold on. What's the frame movement? Did I feel like am I seeing a frame like right before it cuts to Fran that's blurred? Because I think initially I was going to blur Fran, but I decided to put a black box over him instead.
And some.
Yeah, I think I'm right. Hold on. Bear with me here. Oh no, the black box actually shows up before I cut in a frame with Darby Deep, so that's just an editing mistake on my part.
And somehow they'd still manage to blend into the crowd.
Yeah, and then you can see, well, first of all, Friend laughing. Second of all, his cursor.
Few people were able to keep a level head. Fortunately, Eco was one of them. As quickly as he could, he held an emergency meeting underground.
This is true,
His
actually.
Hellraid team never made it to the wall, so they were all safe. He met them there.
Okay, guys, what the fuck is happening?
Okay, so
And this is all real interaction between them.
we were all gathered up and somebody placed an explosive. And I saw it the first time and I got
Eco's like freaked out.
walk away and they tried again and he actually killed me.
As level-headed as he was, Eco is one of the many people who didn't identify the culprit.
Okay, so because we're in the behind-the-scenes section of this video, basically they did not figure it out because of the blue wiring, which is what I said and what's like the story reason for it. They just checked the VOD. Like, Eco stops recording, looks at his past recording, sees it's Fran, and then says, "Okay, it's Fran. Let's go kill him."
Right. Because of that,
But I didn't want to say that for the video,
ominous
so
return
I
to
said
the
like
wall message.
everyone who Claring saw the blue wiring that the bomb got exploded with.
Previously suspected
And
was
he
there.
recognized that from Fran's church.
It was impossible for him to keep an eye on.
This is okay, bro. This is not scripted. This shit was happening. I'm just making it more interesting.
On all of them, so whoever it was, whether a suspect or not, had escaped his grasp.
Also, what happened
He
to
was
Rar dying like 4 times? Matt thought it was really funny to have Rar die like 70 times in chat, and no one got the joke. I was watching the like, you know, VODs back and everything, and every time Rar dies, they're like, How the fuck? Why the fuck does this guy keep getting revived? Like, no one is in on the joke. Everyone is just mad that he keeps getting free revives. And Matt and, you know, EJ and me in the production call are all like, they probably think this is hilarious, but he just keeps dying.
Lost. Until Playering asked him to describe the scene.
There were like 10 to 20 people from both sides of the wall. Everybody was super clumped up
Oh, this is Eco's other voice line.
together. So all the NPCs, and there were like random blocks everywhere. And I remember seeing wires, blue wires specifically.
On his expedition for traps earlier, there was only one place that he'd seen blue wires before.
Oh, look, it's the callback. It's the callback that we said earlier.
The church. Fran's church.
Fran's church. Fran, I'm going to be so for real with you. I think this church on screen right now looks a lot better than the one you sent in general. I'm not going to lie.
Time was running out. Before the meeting was even finished, Fran had taken
This is true.
another life.
Someone during the meeting, Fran got another kill with a trap that was re-rigged. The one that Red Lunatic had avoided. And this guy died. And then Fran's feigning innocence, like, what happened? What happened?
Do you know what the others are? Like Eco clearing mini codes.
No.
And Galva's looking for the emergency meeting that Eco called, but Fran is just like, what?
Oh, I don't know where they went.
We need to find him.
Where's Eco?
Fran.
And Fran's like, where's Eco? Because Galv told him to find Eco, but for the video, it's a lot cooler. Fran is just looking for Eco to like kill him or something.
Yeah.
You also looked at your recording to find out who did it, but didn't bring it up. Yeah, a lot of people did. It was the cat was out of the bag as soon as that happened.
Yeah, Fran, we need Eco.
Fran, he was...
Follow us. Okay, Fran. So let's just explain what just happened.
Fran, can you come over here, please? Can you come over
This is virtually the only time that people stand at Dizitpix's base.
here?
Do you know where?
And then this is a crazy
Eco
part.
is? I need to get
Dragonflesh
Eco,
doesn't know it's
There's
Fran
a dead
yet.
body down here and it has,
So
guns
he
on it, so-
shows Fran to his own victim. Like Dragonflesh is like, look at this body. What happened here? And this is a fucking Fran kill, bro. It's ridiculous.
I don't want anyone else picking that up.
Minecraft tracks above us.
Do you
They
know
could've
where
died up
Eco
there.
is?
No, we don't know where Eco is. If you find him, tell him after.
This is kind of a crazy zoom in. I don't know why it was this fast.
Okay.
But Fran didn't know that Eco was already on his tail.
But Fran didn't know that Eco was already on his tail.
Too scared he'll blow himself up while I'm near him.
Dragon.
At this
Flesh?
point, too many
Is
lives
a
were
fish roll on
lost.
my server.
There would be no
Quick pause. If you haven't already, join that Discord server. General's like a second chat. I'm kind of half reading it here.
trial.
Astral is safe. I think Astral is safe because Astral told me that he thought it was Fran and he was right. So if you see Astral, I don't think I really have.
The more time they spent looking for Fran, the more dangerous it became.
Eco figures out that it's not Astral.
No, you know how
And then that happens right in front of them. It's actually fucking crazy.
Oh shit!
What the fuck?
Bro, that was so.
All genuine reactions, because that's the unscripted. They like genuinely, Sylvie just runs into a bomb right then and there. Absolutely ridiculous.
Scary, bro. I thought I died.
Despite the executive order he'd sent to the coalition to stay inside, no one was safe. When Eco
Okay, so this is the part where they kill him. They find him, and then they're like, Fran, we need to talk to you. We need to talk to you. Even though they know he's doing the killings. And Fran decides to not... Man, I hate the exposure on this fucking camera, man. And Fran decides to not go with them and be like, let me at least go to my church. Let me go to my church. But they know that's going to get rigged up. So they decide to just kill him here. What I was going to make happen is re-record this with some of the TPPA guys and have them like act out this whole him being arrested scene. But I just decided not to do that because it would be too much work. So
found him.
His last words are like I don't even remember actually. I don't think it's Fran's last words that are important until later, but Eco is like, "You've forsaken us for the last time, Fran," which is a great
Gave Fran
callback.
exactly one chance.
Fran,
buddy.
Fran,
buddy.
I'd like to have you arrested
Fran,
for the time
Fran,
being.
buddy.
Despite his previously cautious
The beautiful god. Hilarious.
Yeah, so this is a lot of later stuff with the Solaris, him yelling the beautiful god Solaris. When he's dying to these guys, he does not yell that as his final words. He literally doesn't say anything. He's like, "No, wait," and then dies. That's an audio clip from when he actually explodes the bomb itself. Because when the bomb goes off, when the 6 like people die, he says the beautiful God Solaris, etc., and does his whole church bit, which is unrelated to Gollum, by the way. That was just a totally random connection that I made late in the production process. But it just so happened that I took, like, it was a good idea to take that audio clip from the 6 people being bombed and then move it to here, so it was his last words, and then use it as like a mantra that the Gollum guys said. Call me Michael Jackson because I go hee. Yes, bro. Put you in an insane asylum because all you do is say hee. Yeah. All right. I just looked at your DM, Lordova. Good to know.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and then he actually gets totally fucked. It's crazy. Oh. And then the important part of this frame.
Holy fuck.
You can see the announcement box right here. On his desk. So they know it. They know it's him. I don't know if I mentioned that or not.
I need this.
The announcement box on Fran's body confirmed that Eco's
my
suspicions were correct. With so many people dead, the Coalition's plans needed major reworks. In the bombings, the main leader of the left side, Crunchy, was taken out, and with him, the only...
I like how I just, like, cut it out. It's just gone. There's no, like, death sound or anything. It's just...
The other Shadow Key. Eco now possessed nearly every Hell weapon. Nearly, because according to Minitoast, some of the far-right Shadow chests had already been looted.
Another tiny foreshadow to the Gollum fight. Or sorry, the Gollum temple.
This was
the far right shadow chest has been looted. That's because the temple gang had managed to get into the dungeon and then come all the way back. An announcement box is like everyone in the world sees your message. Like you activate it with wiring and stuff, and everyone in the world sees your message. I'm looking at Gollum guys, Temple Gang. Yes, Temple Gang looted a few of the shadow chests on the right side of the world. Also, I don't know if you noticed, I've played this clip 3 times because I just didn't take a lot of footage from playing in Minitoast looting the shadow keys and stuff.
Solved mystery too. Even though they dealt with Fran, they had Laris, since Crunchy and him were on good terms. While the Coalition's leaders, now expanded to both Plairing and Eco, molded over, they realized that Fran had provided them with something important. If Darby wasn't behind the attack, then he had no idea who the traitor was. To him, all the death looked the same.
Fran.
Yo, what happened to Fran?
No, I liked that guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they thought Fran did it. I just don't know if that's true.
Yeah, so what Red Lunatic says here makes Darby think that maybe... Man, I'm losing steam a little bit. You can tell I haven't streamed in a while. Oh, wow, we're at 3 hours. Jesus Christ. I did not realize we've been streaming that long. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if people are getting this entirely, but the thinking behind this story bit was that, like, Red Lunatic tells Darby that he doesn't know if it's Fran or not, so Darby doesn't know who the, like, final guy is. Or the explosion guy.
Okay, guys, you guys are all here.
And then they have this big meeting.
Only the insiders on the left knew that Fran was the traitor. Which
so Eco and his soldiers or the TPPA gang
meant that Eco could approach Darby for an emergency.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, Imna and Rar are in this shot, who are the Temple Gang. Like, they make up most of the Temple Gang. They just came out for, like, 1 meeting, and that's it.
Alliance of sorts. And Darby would have no choice but to agree, thinking that the traitor could still be out there.
And then they go right back to the temple
could
and
shy
are never
away
seen
from a
again.
pact made in safety's interest in front of his people. Eco just had to convince Darby.
Suffered many casualties here. Proposal is that we don't really have any reason to attack him.
Yeah, and then so they didn't I mean, okay, they united in the end, but it wasn't like a crazy thing. It was mostly just everyone going on Eco's team because, like, they both lost players. There was never really any tension between Eco and Darby on whether there would be a team, like, combination or not, because it was kind of decided from the bombing that there would be. But I thought it was cool to wrap up the Terraria Mage B plot by saying, like, they needed 1 more death, and then Darby would agree with them.
Out there. had isolated themselves next to a victim. So
Someone
yeah,
with
then
Mage
then
who's-
Terraria Mage ends up killing Marcus and Astral, unfortunately, and taking his own life. And then everyone sort of unites, and it's like, yay, Eco's done it. But who trapped the Shimmer? Bum bum bum.
And then I heard
Etc. I actually was thinking about putting in a B plot here where I made everyone think Plaring was the real bomber, because like people still kept dying to Fran traps even after Fran died. So I was gonna be like, oh, is Plaring really it? Because Plaring comes up right up from the Shimmer to Darby Deep after Eco leaves, or no, after Darby Deep says the Shimmer is trapped and people are dying down there. But
Someone
I
set off
decided that would be a little too
the
confusing.
traps and died.
With Darby by his side, everyone in his path he converted to his team. Bro, what's the end stream so bad? Hello? Yes? I'm streaming right now. I gotta mute. Hold on. How do I... Where's the buttons? Okay, I'm back. Just had to talk to someone really quick. That's not true. I don't want to end stream. I just think the ending is a little more interesting than some of these parts. I think the slowest part of the video was probably right through here until it gets to this part. Everything he was thinking about. This speeds up the video quite a bit right here. Okay, there's chat. Chat's back. I accidentally hit it by accident. Let's give me our best parts. Dream ending police are here. All right, bro. No, I want to stream more often. Quick tangent. I do want to stream more often. I'm interested in becoming a streamer and a YouTuber. I don't want to just be a YouTuber. But I am out of practice, guys. I am out of practice. It really gets slow after the build. Yeah. Actually, Crunchy's kind of right. The build-up does get blown up, and then it's interesting for, like, right after until Fran gets found out. But then Fran dies, and I kind of realized, like, all of the build-up kind of depended on the people who got blown up. So there's this part where nothing happens, and truthfully, this part where nothing happens is, like, 3 hours of time. Honest to God. It's a lot. People were starting to say they got bored, like, to the recording. They were like, wow, this is the most boring part of the video ever. But I cut all that out. I made it seem like it was 20 minutes total. And then something interesting does happen after Matt decides the Temple Gang needs to start being the villain because Fran isn't there. And he says, Rar, go kill someone. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. We probably need to poke the civilization a little bit anyways because nothing is happening. Spreading news of the alliance. And left so, and right.
after Imna, so the Imna kill here is like part of the story. The Rar kill after that is Matt saying, "Okay, now go kill someone else." So it's like you're waging war on them, etc., etc. Like Eco thinking like, "Why are people still dying?" And then my sister dying here. I like this a lot. This bit a lot. Because it's like, ooh, why is the Shimmer dangerous? And then this shot.
What he meant by it was dangerous.
Hold on, let me see if I can pause it. This shot is from Imna's perspective, which is why my sister which had blue hair is the rest of his name, but you can't see that. Is red, and then Imna's down here. You can't really see it, but that's his name. Imna's one of the Temple Gang. That's why all the text is in Russian here. And then there's a quick cut back to this guy's perspective. And then, boom. The first real fight. The first real PvP fight in the whole video. And I didn't really realize that until I got to this and I was like, wow, there's actually good fight footage here. Like, there's not a lot of fighting in this entire video because all of the death is explosives. Yeah, thanks, Marcus, for watching. I appreciate that one. And Astral, I know you guys are going to bed. I appreciate you staying up this late to watch the behind the scenes. The VOD will always be here. Yeah, Fran changed the entire PvP meta. Like, he flipped it on its head, and no one died to anything but explosives. And then finally, fighting does happen, and I realized, like, oh yeah, there's PvP in this game.
But of everything he was thinking,
we did fight, but you skipped it. I did? Oh, you mean the Terraria mage fight? Okay, that's true. That's really where I realized that there wasn't a lot of actual PvP going on. This is the second part. This is the second place in which I realized that, I should say. What about me and David versus red spawns, the guy KOSing on the right, Nathan attacking over the wall? I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea what any of that means.
One question plagued Ego the most. Why were Fran's last words, the beautiful god Solaris
gives his rod?
Oh yeah, and then I do this bit where it's like, oh shit, they both say the motto. Imna and Fran
one group
are working together. What?
On the right side, Darby had never bothered to contact.
The one team on the right side, Darby had never bothered to contact.
Group on the right side, Darby had never bothered to contact.
It has to be them. The Order.
And then that's a Darby voice line that I made him say because the name is actually never official. They didn't have a name. Like, Temple Gang was literally called Temple Gang until I sent Imna a DM that was like, can I call you guys the Order of the Temple because it has aura? And he was like, sure.
The Lost Hell Weapons. They got their hands on a shadow.
The Lost Hell Weapons, which I explain here.
And such powerful
and
weapons.
Then I show Imna and Rar.
It already might be too late.
Killing people and doing stuff in the shadows and whatever. This is where Ismail, I think he left the stream. No, that was Astral and Marcus. This is where Ismail and Genghis Khan die, which is so sad because they were like besties for the entire thing, and then Imna comes in and just annihilates them.
What the fuck? You were too far away.
First of all, I went to Shimmer. Second of all, Shimmer's gone.
And then Playering, actually. So this is here's another crazy part, is Playering actually talks to Imna and is like, hey, what's up, Imna? Because they know each other from TPVPA, and walks right by Imna. Imna just kills my sister, which had blue hair, just like indiscriminately from Playering. He lets Playering go past like scot-free, which I don't include in the video because that would totally destroy the narrative, but that does happen. This is poorly edited. I just had a hard time because there were so many clouds in the background.
Anybody wants, like, I have.
And then Edudan and Pengu dude meet Rar, and then Rar places spikes on him and kills. Actually, sorry. Rar places spikes on and tries to kill Edudan, who actually somehow fucking lives, which is really impressive. And he gets Pengu dude, and Edudan in the sacrifice for Pengu dude, Edudan makes it out alive, which Rar said after the fact that he let Edudan get away, and that he probably could have killed him, but Edudan needed to get over to the left and tell Eco of the bad stuff that was happening in the jungle. Also, I'm pretty sure this 50 is inaccurate. Like, 50 people are not alive right now. I think it's closer to like 30, 40.
Hello, me and a guy from and Ram and Jordan. Then he just LHB.
He knew who Solaris was.
Yeah, and then I do this whole bit where Eco figures out who Solaris was, and that's honestly not the truth. The truth is that Eco knew about the Temple Gang from the start because Imna had like told him in Discord that they were doing a cool thing, and Eco was like, okay, so they're the evil ones now, and I need to mount the attack and do a final thing on the temple. But in the video, I say Eco realizes that Solaris was never him, and it was Gollum, which turned out to be a great story point, and I'm very proud of that one. Solaris, and a lot of people say in the comments
was
that
never
it was pretty
him.
good.
Soul meant sun.
But it just so happened that the sun plot
Eco
worked
wasn't
out,
a sun god,
and it was raining at the exact same time he quote unquote figures
much
this all
less
out.
a sun king. That was just the title. He was working for a god and a cult. He was working.
And then I was listening to the Underground Jungle soundtrack, and okay, wait, I actually gotta show you guys this because it's stupid. Let me see. Yeah, I was listening to the Underground Jungle soundtrack, and then I saw people glazing this part. I think I saw this comment actually. This part makes me feel every emotion all at once, and I was like, so people like this part of the song. And it sounds very like culty kinda. And so I decided to use it in the video.
Mysterious group deep in the jungle. How did Eco know? The true sun god was never above him. It was below him. Solaris was a code for Gollum.
And it turned out to be perfect for the reveal of the Temple Gang, because they're like the Temple Gang. Anyway, I want to talk about this shot for a little bit because I'm really proud of this one too. What you're looking at right now is this is a like real-time live moving map of the jungle with like
was a code.
This is like 16 screens stitched together, and it took me probably an hour to put everything together and then crop it and figure out how to do it. And it was so laggy trying to show all 16 at once that I had to render this shot like before the fact and then delete all the footage and use the rendered footage to pan over it. And you can see I didn't exactly do a great job because there's like a map here and there's a map here and there's a giant block here. And you can see it's a little choppy up here. That being said, it still looks pretty freaking sick, and I'm really proud of this shot because it's rare that you get to see an entire like jungle temple in one shot basically.
Code for Gollum, the god of the sun.
And then when I introduced everyone who was in the cult, I used more music cues, and I think it's probably one of my favorite parts of the entire video.
Operating underground, it was perfect. They were the ones who trapped the Shimmer.
I am in love with this edit.
They were the ones who converted.
It's really simple, but I'm so proud of it. Yes, Red Lunatic, they did sit in the temple for like 5 hours.
And they showed him how to kill people using the only way they knew, traps. After all, the temple was riddled.
This is more bullshit that I made up in real time, and I'm really proud of how it worked. Like the fact that the jungle temple has like a whole thing with traps, and Fran used traps to kill people.
With the
like, come on, man.
Very thing they used to destroy others. Traps. Eco was fighting an invisible war.
It is the perfect lie.
And he didn't even know the other side's name.
The order.
And then he didn't know the other side's name. This is a voice line because the order of the temple was decided, you know, like I said, way after.
Of the temple.
So I have Darby say that. Initially, I was going to have Imna say here, to Rar, like, how many did you kill? And Imna was going to be like 3, and I blocked off the and I blocked off the Shimmer or whatever, but I decided against having Imna say that. I thought it was just cooler if he just showed up at the jungle.
He knew the enemy
and used a hoik. This was metal as fuck, by the way. Like, they used hoiks in and out. It was awesome. And that shit was everywhere. There's hoiks genuinely everywhere. And then this is the meeting that I say, like, Eco figures it out, whatever. And then, okay, so then this is another crazy part. So
he knew he had
this
the
bomb,
advantage,
I'm 99%. Okay, so first of all, this is all genuine. Like, Eco does watch Minitos die in front of him as he is saying, hold out wire in your inventory.
By the way, don't forget to be holding that.
Like, that's all real. It's fucking crazy that happened. But I'm pretty sure either like Fran didn't set this trap or someone else set it, because it's like hours after Fran dies. And like I pin it. Yeah. Fran just said it's not his trap, but I pinned it on Nathan, but Nathan did not do that. Like, Syphilin and Minitos dying one after another, 2 traps. is just the most insanely unlucky bullshit of all time, and it did happen. And those are two TPVPA players, so they're like really important to Eco's plan. It genuinely just happened to like go down like that. Yeah, the Sif death, we have confirmed it was Ghost Girl's trap, who had this really weird character and was like kind of did have a reason for putting traps, but I don't include in the video because it made no sense. And then anyway, I also, if you will notice, included that Darby Deep was slain here, even though he was not slain here, and I never show any footage of him dying, because truth be told, Darby Deep just did not show up for the third session because the third session was on Easter Day 2026, and Darby had some other something that he had to do. So yeah, it was actually, yeah, it was interesting, but I decided that he should cop out here, and it was kind of a nice way to send him.
Three of Eco's most important allies had been wiped out, and there was nothing he could do.
Which is crazy, by the way, because someone still asked me, like in the newest comments, like what happened to Darby Deep? What about Darby? What happened to him? And like in the dead center of the screen, it has Darby Deep was slain. I don't know how you missed that. Anyway, I pin all these 3 deaths on Nathan, but they were just secretly been straight unlucky.
The very beginning.
That being said, Nathan did like switch sides.
Like 3 more trap with the alliance to punish.
Yeah.
That being said, sorry, it's getting later for me. It's almost 10 o'clock. Nathan almost did. Nathan did have a little bit of a weird thing where he like hides in a wall and fakes his death with an announcement box, but that's not like really super useful to the video, so we didn't. Yeah. Galantula binked it, but it wasn't really super useful to the plot of the video or anything, and I didn't want to be like, yeah, and then Nathan faked his death, but like it just wasn't really relevant, and I kind of had a bit of a story, like a thing going, so. It was cool, though, and it did happen, so it's certainly behind-the-scenes content. What is going on with my hair, bro? This is what happens when you stream for 3 hours. You start looking like a chud.
Eco. I have very important information. Nathan and Assorted went off into the jungle to go talk about something. I don't know.
This is also not a voice line.
The coalition had taken more casualties, but more than just soldiers, they were friends.
I don't know why this is low quality. Actually, maybe I do. I think I could have exported the video probably in higher quality, so it looked a little less weird. Anyway, what went down? This is probably one of my favorite shots in the entire video, so it's worth mentioning. This is another thing where I went into the world file of the video after the fact and got a recording of this castle during a blood moon, with the backgrounds off so I could edit it in.
No more could be lost in the fight.
And then I got a recording of the moon, which actually is above this castle, and pasted it on top of the recording and had them both move so it looked like I was panning up. And then put another recording of people of Eco doing his speech inside the moon on top of that recording. So this is like 3 layers of shit. But it ends up looking in the fight. Really fucking cool. Fall.
Again, I want to repeat that.
Man, I love Eco, but his speech was so bad here. He just does not have the Mr. Piglet gene. I don't think it was the AI speech, but like, he's just, man. It's just. I really skipped over it a little bit.
It's not about side 1 and side 2 anymore. This is about the friends that we have made across all this journey.
He just does not have the power in his voice. I think he was probably tired, but in the this video,
into a panic to begin construction on his main base.
Mr. Piglet, he was born to lead, bro. I get comments all the time that are like, Mr. Piglet's speech was my favorite part of the video, and honestly, I kind of agree. Let me see if I can find it, cause he makes this insane speech.
Morning clip. I don't really know what happened.
New era.
All hell
We are not here to conquer with mere swords and shields. We're here to overwhelm the world with joy, to
Like,
obliterate the.
this guy has the speech gene, bro. What happened to that guy? I don't know. He just didn't sign up for the next one. Man, this video was so
Shadows with
freaking
our
goated.
Whimsy and to transform every.
It was so freaking scuffed, though. Like, the behind-the-scenes live stream for this was, like, me saying, yeah, I made this up.
The temple
So, yeah.
that is being led by Rar, and they
This one's a lot cleaner, I think, throughout, with the narrative and everything.
have very strong fighters, such as Imna,
Oh, I left a Discord join sound effect right here.
Assorted,
Yeah, with the lava bombing and stuff.
Rin,
Crunchy, that did not happen, bro.
and Nate.
That's funny.
I'd like all of you to accompany me to the jungle so that we can finally take care of.
Yeah, but this was a fun little speech. It was nice. Mew was finally. This is the start of the third session. Well, really, the start of the third. Really, the start of the third session was like closer to here, but the third session was exactly the same length as the other two, but it just happened to end early because of the temple fight and everything, and not a lot was going on anyways. Like, everyone kind of figured that it was wrapping up.
All fired up, Eco brought.
Anyway, basically his entire team went on this trip, or was supposed to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people. This was most of who was left. There was a couple of people at the beach, a couple of people who stayed to build. And then they picked up a couple of people as they ran across the world. Unfortunately, I didn't include this in the video because it would be a little weird for, like, continuation's sake. But Insicius dies to another explosive trap that Fran or someone left while they are trying to go to the temple. It's really sad. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite parts. I love how everyone sort of gathers up here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people who all made it all the way and went and did the temple raid. And then Eco has another little bit of a speech here, but, you know, it's nothing too crazy. And then everyone makes it to the temple. And probably the coolest part of this entire video, there's a fucking unicorn rail cannon. There's a fucking unicorn rail cannon. What? What? Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. They went above and beyond with the temple gang went above and beyond with making themselves out to be a villain and having a bunch of cool traps.
There we go.
Like, there's so much to unpack at this temple. It's genuinely ridiculous. Like, the first bit with you know, all of the little hoiks that are happening inside when they hear their people. And then, you know, they're trying to confront the unicorn, but over at the side, Galvantula sees like, oh, this is maybe a hoik, but it's a fake hoik, and he gets sent out to like this trap. And then Rar bombs him, but it's genuinely perfect. It's so good.
That works.
Yeah, it was pretty fast-paced, all things considered. Duval has, well, really, this was, okay, so here's another fun little thing that you could only know in post-production. Duval here is not Duval. He's actually Piace, who subbed in for him because Duval couldn't make it for the third day. But Piace has this crazy clutch where he hoiks out of the temple, or, yeah, Piace has this crazy clutch where he hoiks out of the temple in time to avoid these dynamites.
Holy shit,
Yeah, it's genuinely ridiculous.
This Quake not just work, you might just fucking walk in.
I feel like we could take it out.
Yeah, and then Bacon gets stuck in the wall and everyone yells.
What's up?
Order was everywhere.
It was pretty awesome. Although it did get a little
at once.
like it
They
did
knew the
start to
temple
slow
too
down a
well
little bit.
to breach.
And then Grandpa Mike and Ike save the day by distracting everyone, and they get in, and I absolutely love that. And then the temple fight starts, and it's so freaking cool. Did my chat die? Yeah, my live chat stopped happening. Sorry, let me read it really quick. WPH killed me in Civ 1. Yeah, Piace is fun. I think he was the one I was talking about AOT with. Yeah, and then Playering has some D1 performance here.
We're dynamite. We're dynamite.
This is awesome. Obviously, this is so freaking cool. It's a perfect spot to have a final battle. And then Imna uses this Hoik right here to circle them and get like 2 kills. It's genuinely so amazing. It's genuinely ridiculous. Places more spikes, etc. And then here's the real final fight, which happens another like 5 minutes after. And then Eco gets like 2 or 3 kills, honestly. And then Imna dies. And then Eco gets Rar too. And Playering starts to leave, but Nathan comes up and starts pelting Eco with the star cannon, and obviously he does not live, which is an end to his character. And Playering kind of takes over as the main guy. So what Playering does, he comes back up, and right about here is the last real footage I use of the civilization. So let me explain. Basically what happens here, the left side of the world, Eco's team and eventually Playring's team, does win. I swear to you on that. What really went down, though, is really weird and scuffed. So essentially, Assorted and Grained and Nathan all try to mount this attack on Red and Playring, but they all like hide at the wall and then split up. And Playring, I think, comes in contact with Assorted, beats Assorted in combat because he catches him off guard, and then Assorted dies, and Grain tries to come in and clean up Playring, but Playring beats Grain too. Oh wait, no, sorry, Nathan dies, and then Grain tries to come in and clean up Playring, but Grain dies too. And so the two of the 3 final temple people, Assorted does die last. 2 of the 3 final temple people died to Playring because Playring gets like low-key kind of lucky in this weird like slime mount battle that's very, very vertical at the wall. And then Assorted, who has not died, starts to like edge Playring because they can see each other, but they haven't started fighting. And like drags out this insanely long like attempted suicide speech, and it's really funny because you can tell Assorted's like trying to be important in the video, and he knows that he's like the final guy and everything, but it never really goes anywhere. And it's a little whack. Yeah, I use the word edge. Everyone behave. You're not 13. But and it was a little bit interesting. There was maybe a little bit of potential there for video, but I decided to throw it all out because it was a little whack, right? And so like, oh man, I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I'm forgetting. That's basically how it went down. Like everyone gangs up on Assorted, including Playring, and Assorted dies, and that's it. And he fails to do this like suicide attempt, whatever, final battle with these chairs. There was a little bit of potential there for YouTube, but I decided to do something different because Nat the Great had spent the last couple of hours building this real, I promise, real massive boulder statue trap above Darby's base. But it never got to get used because when Joshi 2.0, who's running with Playring away from the temple guys who are trying to chase them right now, got into the house, these guys all also got into Darby's house and avoided the trap entirely. So that trap is theoretically real. But it was never used, and it probably wouldn't have killed these 3 guys anyway. So it never would have gotten any valid screen time if I showed the real ending. So what I did is... What happened? So that stream had 10 viewers. It's still showing 21 viewers for me on my end. I don't know how many we're at for real. Or maybe Nats was on the... Okay, Red Lunatic, you might be right. But there was also a real boulder statue trap above Darby's base. So there was a little bit of truth to the final ending. That being said...
All the grapes...
Friends, final gift. This final thing where I talk about the ectomist and the graveyard and whatever is technically true because Nat did end up building a giant boulder trap that was intended to kill these 3 guys in a backup attempt. But it just didn't work, and they died in a different way.
So to be more climactic and to be a lot more interesting and to act on this cool idea that I had, gift to the civilization was grand. I wrote and the very this thing ending he and his team re-recorded killed with some friends would be the means to their end. A clever little trap. So, what you're seeing right here... Okay, wait, I skipped way past it by accident. First of all, because I love the music. But, this is a real boulder trap that I copy and pasted over from the left side of the world to the right side of the world. Yeah, Red Lunatic's right. I copied and pasted it from the left side of the world to the right side of the world, rigged it up so it worked, and then re-recorded this. Also, because I just wanted to use the bomb-ass music, I feel like it was required. But what you're seeing right now, this half of the screen is real. Like Playering Duval, Red Lunatic, really Piace. Playering Piace, Red Lunatic, and Joshi 2.0, all are actually in this house, and this is real footage. This half of the screen, which I ultra keyed and cut out, this is me, this is my friend Sammy, and this is my friend Blake, and we all like faked dying to the boulder trap after like rebuilding from the ground up all three of the these players like very real loadouts. Which is why, first of all, they move like that, because in a real situation, even though this probably would kill them, it would take a lot, they would try a lot harder to live. Which is why they have this loot, which you may not be able to tell, but is a little inaccurate to what they were holding. B, Assorted doesn't have a name tag because I'm recording it from my perspective with a free cam. And C, there's a little bit of weird stuff happening on the floor here with these boulders because I have a very tight mask that's going straight around this house. And that's also why "You Were Slain" shows up on the screen right here. And I fade in the "You Died, Game Over." And also, I just really like this one. Here's gas. So yeah, this final number going from 23 to 2020, there was probably like 15 people left in the entire civilization. These guys were most of it. And then there were some people on the left in the beach end building this like memorial to fallen soldiers or whatever. And what I did essentially is I had this little epilogue, which rightfully so. Someone said they wanted it to be longer. And I kind of agreed with that. I think it should have been a little longer.
This must be the tavern.
You guys want some drinks?
Because this tavern, so I did like a little epilogue where everyone's in the tavern because they actually do go to the tavern after that fight. Like this is real. It is like layered over a fake background because it's nighttime. But this interaction really is real because they beat Assorted and whatever.
Did you see guys in stream?
And then yeah, and that's it. That's the video. So about 14 people survived. It was not 20 people. That was just slightly inaccurate through the entire time. And then I faded in some text and boom. Probably 4 months and over 100 hours of editing, and I finally did it. With one of my favorite copyright-free songs of all time by the same artist who did Ryan Trahan's music for the Penny series. Oh man. So yeah, that's about it. I'm really proud of that video. It took me a long time. It's not doing as well as I wish it would. It's picking up back a little bit, but I got another view slop video lined up. Anyway, there is a little more at the end, so I'll talk about that. What you're seeing on screen is actually self-explanatory because I literally wrote it on screen. All of these servers helped me with outreach for getting 100 people. And they wanted me to plug them in exchange, so I plugged them. Yeah, and then I thank these guys. And
And then I thank the guys for the building team, and I give an honorable mention to you, Crunchy. And then to my Discord mods, which I'm infinitely thankful for keeping my community alive. And then I'm like, thank you. Oh, and then I did a little dancing. This was right after I figured out how to end the video, and I was like, let's freaking go, because I realized that I would finally be able to finish the video after so much editing, and I was like, I need to take a dance break because this is the coolest thing ever. But it was not finished. And then yeah, the credits is August, and I wrote, edited, produced this video. It took fucking forever, because that is the truth. So I put a little bit of dancing from me at the end. And I think I hit it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's stupid, but I definitely needed it in the moment, because editing this video took a lot out of me. I had a week where I was just basically doing nothing but editing. So yeah, that's the new Civilization. It's not doing as well as I wished it would, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? It had a little bit of a bump here. I'm hoping it'll break 100K. Oh, I probably shouldn't show you guys the revenue. I already did once, whatever. Oh, B Cubed is here. What do you want? You missed the stream. I just finished it. I was about to talk about the 10 YouTuber video that I got in the tank that I have to get on editing. I have to edit. Ugh. So, can I get 1% of the revenue for the royalties? No, bro. But yeah, I got another video that's probably gonna pop off in the views department. So I guess I'm not too broken up over this, but this is definitely my magnum opus of YouTube as far as everything I've made so far. As far as everything I've made so far. That was a good sentence. Do I put anything else in the video? Nope, I guess I just let the music run. Yes, I'm gonna farm assorted for view slop. Because none of you other chuds in TPVPA are as good as he is. He's the GOAT, bro. Best to ever do it. But yeah, that's everything. There was some stuff that I said I was going to show you guys. I forgot exactly what it was. If any of you want to try to remind me, but otherwise that's what I got for today. Good live stream, man. It reminds me that I need to do more stuff like this. Oh yeah, Skull Farm. When I was talking about Kleptify. Okay, hold on. Clip. Here we go. Okay, in TPVA, there's this thing called skull farming. Wait, hold on. Wait, I have to figure out how to do this without exposing TPVA Discord. Alright, hold on. We are not showing you guys my files. Okay, so in TPVA we have this thing called skull farming, and I'm very proud of this because it's 27 reactions to one message, where I say, "Club bro, not only did you kill people, you were for no reason, you were bad at it," because that is the truth. There was like a fucking 10-minute chase where he chases a guy with wooden arrows, and it's the most fucking insane thing of all time. IDK if Tubbsy relayed the message, but my PC crashed and monitor wouldn't turn on. Okay. Rest in peace, B-Cube monitor. I think you eventually. You've already leaked the TPVA server. They've done it. He missed like 500 arrows. Yes, he did. Yes, he fucking did. This is not sized right. Yep, so that's what I got for today, guys. I would love to stream more often, and if my fucking exposure would work, that would be a lot easier. Okay, I think it's working now. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope that the behind the scenes was kind of interesting or fun to watch, but I will probably stream in the future. Yes, Lordova, I will go for an August 1st stream. I was already planning on doing that. Because I do feel bad. And I got the second video coming up, etc., whatever, but yeah. So I'll get on that. Thank you guys. Good stream. I'm sad Vife missed it again, like the absolute chud that she is, but whatever. Yeah, bye chat. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. And we will do this again sometime. I'm famously bad at ending streams, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll probably hang out in the Discord or send some messages or something. Yeah, by the way, go to Discord if you haven't. But yeah, otherwise, bye guys.